Up your volume a little bit. Everyone hear ya?
Yep. Well, I can't speak Rangers since he's muted, but I'm going to assume that Rena
I'm
is...
here.
You're still muted, honey.
Yeah, but
No, we heard him there for a second.
Yeah,
You probably have him muted.
No, we're hearing him through Rena's.
Me.
yeah, because otherwise we get an echo effect.
Okay, well, light is green. We're ready.
Go,
All right. Last time, y'all got invaded by halflings.
Eating halflings?
It's not an abnormal thing for a tavern to have the new quest, kill 10 rats.
Day 3. Our siege of our halflings continued. We're about to run out of potatoes and you're starting to look at us with hungry eyes.
See, poor Horik has realized that he is somehow related via a very convoluted marriage chain to Lieux, so that's unfortunate for him.
His name is now Cousin Horik.
Jarlaxle got flour thrown on him by Horik. He didn't appreciate that.
He's the one who's stuck in the back door. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know, but...
Sneaking is a strong word.
He was invisible.
He was trying to sneak. He just didn't do very good at it.
No.
Let's see. Half of you all got to witness the ever wonderful joy of two different individuals actively fighting over Lieux at the same time.
It's a very confusing scenario because look what they're going to win.
The greatest triple spy on the planet.
Lieux didn't even know he was getting hit on until Nadrax pointed it out.
He still thinks Felric is just being friendly, despite being told by Hearten days earlier.
His mother still is not aware that they were fighting over him.
Well,
meanwhile, the dad table in the corner.
Yep.
Replacing bets.
The dog is winning.
The dog is winning on the cards. But not on the bets. He doesn't know any better. Hearten and Uzana have been having a lovely conversation in the corner now that Lieux is finally out of the tavern.
What to do with our idiot son, not our good sons.
Wow.
And poor Bjorn is running ragged on trying to make all the drinks for everybody. And Gaddix is, for some strange reason, still trying to work on Kago.
Yeah.
And hasn't figured out how to make milk come out of his leg yet. So, when we last let off, Lieux, you had dragged two individuals upstairs into the common room. And, I need to run that. How did this work? Okay. And you drag only two people into the room, quite clearly. There is nobody else in that room with you. And you told them that you needed to have a conversation with them, and then Felric could eventually go. What is this conversation you're going to have, Lieux?
It has come to my attention that there has been butt pinching and back holding, perhaps for nefarious reasons.
Felric looks right at Sarah. Sarah looks innocent.
I think the killer may be in this room.
They both look mildly confused.
And Saloon just says from Bahar, God fucking damn it!
Every time!
They're just looking very confused at you, Lieux.
So, admit your foul deeds?
You're a weak for this.
Felric literally shrugs. I did not pinch any bottoms.
Well, why not?
That's a good point.
I wasn't going to do that in front of your mother. That's rude. And what happens if she caught me?
I thought you were supposed to be the sneaky one.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that you go sneaking around and pinching people's bottoms without their consent.
Well, could have asked.
I could have, but I wasn't going to ask in front of your mother. She didn't ask. I saw her do that.
It was you.
She looks innocent. Maybe.
I'm not going to say that's rude, but.
Oh no, he's an idiot.
Shelrick looks very annoyed. So what did we come up here to discuss, Lieux?
I don't know. I thought you guys might want to duke it out or something.
Shelrick just looks at Sarah, looks at you, Lieux, looks at Sarah. Lieux, we could. I just don't think that will go very well for her.
Oh, yeah, you for sure win.
She looks very indignant. Excuse me? I know how to. Well, I know how. It doesn't mean I do fight. That's a little bit below me, but you know, I can fight if I have to.
It's a shame one face here is invisible, because I'm sure the expression is fascinating.
I could hire someone to beat him up.
I have halfling money.
Yeah. Also press X to doubt she could beat Felerict.
Yeah.
I don't know. So long as Felric is in the same room with Lieux, there's a chance all his rolls will fail.
Here's the thing.
True.
She doesn't know anything about Felric. All she knows is here's some random human.
Of course, there's also the alternative of Felric agreeing, okay, and just pulls out their fucking gun.
Win.
There's the sound of a squeaky toy losing air.
And he just executes her right then and there.
Now you will be mine forever.
Lieux,
Or else.
you know full well I could beat her. I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, you probably know that'd be bad.
Also, a
I think
dick
I
move
have
to
to go
promote violence just for your sake.
Well, I meant with words.
Lieux, she's currently interested in you because she can then use you to move here and into the tavern.
She could stay for a very reasonable rate.
Wait. Look, well, I do want to move here. That doesn't mean that that's the only reason I want to move here. I missed Lieux, right, Lieux? You missed
I
me?
have no idea what your feelings are.
This is why you're repeatedly told not to lie.
He just looks very confused. You don't remember when we were back in the village?
It's hazy. I was, and it's been kind of busy recently. You know, not that there's anybody trying to kill me at all.
What?
There's not.
Why would it?
Nobody. There's no living person trying to kill me.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to re-roll this. Hold on.
I've just got this faint feeling, Uzi, that he's completely down on his fucking arse up there. And I feel like I should go up there and assist, but it's also the lad's own fault.
I don't think he's dying up there. I think he's actively killing himself.
I could help.
Nothing could help.
I don't think I should. Harden is leaning next to the fireplace to hear what's coming down from the chimney.
Give me a perception.
I just.
Natrix, lad, you have a point. Go and seduce the halfling.
Okay. I'm not sure I can do that.
I think even that's clear enough to know that Lieux is failing here.
You think you hear a laughter coming from up the thing, and it doesn't belong to any of the three who should be in the room.
Well, I already knew that Jarlaxle snuck in. As I insinuated to the system. I just feel like he should just, make it clear, state his intentions in some way, even to the point of, ladies, I'm not quite sure right now, can I have a little space? Things like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen. I actually guess to say that. Huh.
He's the bard. He always says that.
I mean, this is for him to do. But it's also the idea of what he would do unsupervised.
So right now, I'm imagining Lieu's dad sitting up there with the dog and going, "Oh, so you want another drink? No? Well, don't mind me emptying your glass then."
He's very
You look
convincing. He
over-
just got me a double.
You look over. Currently, the dog is sitting in the seat that Jarlaxle has vacated, and Lou's dad is having a very nice conversation with the dog. The dog is very happy.
Didn't even notice Jarlaxle left.
I've got to do something. The meddler is rocking back and forth, scratching arms. I'll play Cards of the Da for a bit. I'll try to forget what Lou's doing.
I'm quite certain you will, because I certainly know he will.
But I mean, he's hurting people here if he gets it wrong, and it's a case of he will get it wrong. Because did you see the fucking look on his face?
But it's not our business to try and protect them.
It kind of is, though. If we don't protect him, he's fucking dead. That's just how it has been since we've met him. The lad was somehow survived here without any fucking chance. Yeah, go on, love, go on.
It's not protecting him, it's protecting them.
They should realise what he is, aye. But I mean, he's got potential, he could be a good lad. It's just he's got to learn to maybe think for a fucking second before he opens his mouth. Just a heartbeat or two.
That is the lesson he is going to have to learn.
I don't think he can without full assistance.
If you keep providing assistance, he's going to come to rely on you. And he's got a lot longer lifespan than you. Do you really want him to revive you from the dead to ask you a question?
Well, I wasn't really thinking about it in that terms, thanks, love, about my impendent mortality while you yourself will go on for centuries. But Harton is looking across the room when she says, and he'll continue to rely on you. Is that the fucking mistake I've been making?
Also, his parents are here. They should also be stepping in, possibly.
That fucking shouldn't all. I mean, I sent his dad up to meet him.
Oh, God. Did you say that out loud?
No, that's mumbled into his drink. But yeah, it's just a case of Harton just looking at Gaddix, Bjorn, Horig, he's just thinking, is that why? Because I kept stepping in, they never learned. Is that why they're still here?
Quite
They
possibly.
should be leaving their own party.
It's not. But I mean,
Yeah. You gotta give them space to grow up. Let them learn from their mistakes.
but if they learned from if they made their mistakes in the first place, these particularly, they wouldn't be here today. I know, I'm the one who's put them back together repeatedly, and because they never learned.
Is there an equivalent to Darwin in this setting?
Oh, no doubt.
A phrase for the Darwin Award.
Ridley comes over. Mr. Harton,
Hello, son.
is Mr. Lieux an idiot?
Now, we say it in a nice way, in a familial way. Yeah, he's a bit of an idiot. But it's not like he's dumb. It's not like he's stupid and uneducated. It's not like he's a complete fucking moron. No. It's just that his tongue gets ahead of his brain a whole lot. Like, he doesn't...
He's competency challenged.
Well,
He says a lot...
He's usually plenty smart, but then he was really, really dumb with those two. Doesn't he know that they're interested?
Oh, you've been picking up on that too? I think everyone has, even Balin. It's not that there, it's the fact that the lad does not want to make a decision. And the fact is, he could make the third decision of just give me some space, and that would be fine. That would probably not be accepted by one of them, but the other would definitely. It's a case of, he just needs to put his foot down on some option, rather than trying to just have them do it for him. But remember, Squiddly, He's an idiot in a term that we smile about, as in he's our idiot kind of thing. He's not dumb. He just says a lot of.
He's an idiot, like I can be an idiot.
A little bit, although I think you're a bit brighter that way. No, it's just a case of like I said, his words get ahead of him before he's really had time to think about them, which leads him into doing all kinds of weird shit as well. Like that time he tried to jump off a wall without a rope.
Yeah, so he's like me. That's fine. Okay.
I've got brighter hopes for you, though.
Lieux! You currently have two very annoyed people. One looking more annoyed, one looking less annoyed. Sarah is looking more annoyed.
That's surprising, actually.
Well, he basically did say
Felric
it.
has been with him longer.
Well, no.
No. Sarah was, but the thing is, effectively, he said that he never even noticed her overtures towards him.
Yeah.
That much should have been obvious.
That's very Lieux, though.
But it's also a blatant lie.
Is it a lie?
I have a plan to be very cordial.
Is it a lie, Lieux? Is he really that oblivious?
Did you not notice in the Halfling Village? Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
people
not
would have
surprised
told
you
him in
didn't notice
Halfling Village in much the same way this happened.
Thalrak just gives a very deep sigh. Lieux.
I know what I'm gonna say. Okay, I got this. Sarah, it'd be really cool if you wanted to move to the city. I'd be happy to help you out as much as possible. However, you living in this tavern at this current moment in time, not the best idea. Probably shouldn't do that.
Why?
Well, I do have a roommate already.
Hello. He does not look thrilled.
Plus, we're barely ever here, honestly. You know, a big adventuring man. I do lots of cool shit.
Well, I can keep an eye on the house when you're gone.
Oh, we have a Kenku for that.
What?
I wouldn't want to put it in the same level as a Kenku.
She's looking more confused.
You'll see if you stick around.
Well, are you interested or not?
In what?
A relationship!
In what capacity?
He deserves a slap at this point, I feel.
Yeah.
At least a kick in the shins.
From both of them.
Hold on. I gotta roll this again to see if this can hold.
If he's correct.
That was just... He rolled a 1. Lieux, Felric, Sarah, in the corner. Harton, you even hear it down below. You hear the corner, the big empty space in the corner, just burst out laughing and cannot stop himself anymore.
I will need to provide some assistance, I feel. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, come along.
Let's see. What am I rolling on this again to see if it works or not?
Dexterity save.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can't fail.
He can technically fail.
It's up to the DM if a 1
He
fails.
does not fail. Well, no. A 1 is literally a 12 for him.
Yeah, he would have just.
So you actually could fail.
Felric, however, does not try.
I'm going to mention to the father that maybe he should go up and see what's going on. Because this is
Now,
probably
before I
gonna
address
turn
that laughter, I just want to say to Sarah, not at this time, currently.
Not at this time. Lieux.
Excuse me, lady, gentlemen. I've just got extract Vissen. He's a bit of a nosy one this year. Come on, Jax.
You don't see him actually.
Oh, you don't see him? You put his token on. I thought he was there.
Oh, that's just so that they know where the sound came from.
All right. In that case, yeah, I wouldn't be going up.
Okay.
It would have been like if they had shown surprise, then yeah. But also, Lieux just lit the corner up in fairy fire.
Yeah.
And it didn't work, and Felric was just standing there. he knows he should deal with that laughter, because he also has an inkling he knows who the fucking laughter is.
He has probably heard him laughing often enough.
Yeah, he's heard him laugh the same way whenever he's heard what Saloon has been doing on the rooftop.
Lieux, Thelric grabs you by the arm and says, Lieux, in the room for a minute. Now.
Oh, sorry. It was reaction. It was just, sorry.
What was the reaction? What?
The lights?
No, that's fine. In the bedroom now. Now.
Yeah, see, sir, this is why.
She gets about there and the door swings shut on its own. You don't know who does it, but somehow the door just swings shut.
Thanks, Dad.
Lieux, do I need to make this abundantly clear?
Probably. It's most likely, yeah, I think.
I am interested in you.
So half this guy, it seems everyone loves me, huh? Must be doing something right, huh?
There's now a flashback in Lou's head when Harden tells him this entirely, and he goes, "Oh, that's what he was talking about."
Oh, this makes sense now.
I thought it was about field harvest. I was confused. It was a strange allegory.
It was the wrong time of year.
Lieux, a relationship.
Much like the one she was suggesting.
Mm-hmm. Correct, yes.
Oh, seems like a good idea.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Man, I was wondering when you were going to bring it up. It seemed so obvious at the time.
Thelric stands there and he's just like, okay? Okay.
To be fair, though, as Drow, they are meant to be terrible at this.
Yeah, he's never
He's a
done this
halfling.
before. Yeah, Lieux has no excuse. Thelric has an excuse.
Lieux has an excuse. He's an excuse is that he's Lieux.
That's not an excuse, that's the reason.
Yeah. Okay then.
So what are we gonna do about the laughing corner?
Maybe it's Leaf.
Fuck half the audience.
I think I know who that is.
I mean, I only know one sneaky invisible guy who takes delight in other people's pain.
No.
Oh, I probably know more than one. That's right.
Just let's. Okay. So, are you saying that we are official?
Yeah, seems like a natural progression of sharing a room.
Okay then. Why don't we go back out, inform Sarah of this so that this can stop?
Thelric just takes what he can get. That's the best he gets out of her. He gets out of him.
And Thelric just looks a mix of baffled, delighted, and very annoyed, and just opens the door. Which actually takes a little bit of effort on his part.
Just trying to think, are my options this bad? Oh no, they are. They really are.
There's nobody else in bringing the earth.
I won, but yet I feel like I lost.
And he gestures for you to come out, and Sarah's looking very flustered. I couldn't open the door again. Nothing. I kept walking up to the door, and then I just kept getting pushed back from the door.
That is the power of love.
Fuck's sake.
I have obtained a date.
Do you want to just throw her out a window now as well?
You've obtained a date.
And I'll van a white towards Felrecht.
The 14th of January.
Felrecht is looking mildly smug. Ah. So you picked.
I think so.
For fuck's sake.
Felrecht is the head snaps over, and you hear an audible groan from over here.
I mean, yes, but
No!
yeah, it's just
Just say yes!
I don't want to be mean, you know.
So the matter is closed. Goodbye.
Okay.
You're not getting the threesome path here. That isn't in this patch.
I mean, last time
You notice-
asked me, he had to wash his mouth out with soap.
And you notice after Felric says goodbye, the front door magically opens.
Fucking hell. Brutal.
It's a bit cruel.
And she's
Yeah.
Drow.
and she just stands there, Lou, and she just starts sniffling.
Oh no.
She is sniffling.
I'm not actually going to cast it, but
This is where you cast calm emotions and lead her off for a minute. And run.
If he was cruel, he would use command.
He's used to people being angry, dying, laughing. He still don't know how to deal with people just crying.
To be fair, the thing he's most familiar with is people being disappointed.
She is now crying.
And now imagine Lou trying to run away, jump out of the window, but it accidentally jumps into Jax.
just fucking knocks it over.
and takes Chalaxle with him.
I feel like I suddenly gained a lot of weight. That was kind of mean. Sorry.
Right. Uzi, I think I have to go up there. I can hear a crying maiden.
Belric looks very awkward, but also a bit annoyed because
it was pretty mean. I mean, you didn't have to do that, man.
Then comes the big human.
Oh, thank God. What's your god's name again, Horton?
Right, that is not the time for this. Yeah, right, we miss.
he was mean.
I'm sure he
That
was.
one points at Felric.
Well, they're all... You know, they're getting used to things themselves. They're very awkward in this kind of thing. They're not smooth operators in any way, shape, or form when it comes to romantic inclinations. I'm assuming, Lou, you finally made a fucking decision.
Yeah.
Finally.
And I'm betting you didn't go across it gently, because this wee maiden here, she does have some affection for you and whatnot, but it's a case of you've got to be proper, you got to be honest, but not be an asshole about it.
I told her I would love her for her to move to the city, and I would show her all the good spots and, you know, help her out.
Well, we are up for having more workers if you want some experience behind a proper bar, but...
The immediate... You say that, the tears stop immediately, and she looks annoyed, Harton.
There's a really good food stand down the street.
No, I know you've got actual emotions for them, but I'm also not squashing your opportunity here if you wish. But would you like to come down for a wee bit, just have a wee glass of water and settle yourself for a bit?
Well, tell that ghost that's in here to stop pushing me around.
Aye, I'll tell the ghost. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we have to admonish Leaf.
She is down and out and stomping down.
Right. So, the ghost, then, as he's glancing about the room, what were it doing for her?
Apparently he thinks this is funny.
What was the last thing you said there?
In Lou's case, he said he thought this was funny.
Oh, no, for Harton.
What was it doing
you were
to her?
asking the ghost to...
Aye. What were it doing to her?
And Felric just kind of looks over. Well, we weren't in the room at that stage, so I wouldn't know.
Don't get defensive with me, I'm just asking questions here.
The ghost, which, Lou, you know the ghost.
Aye.
Just kind of responds, no, I actually didn't do anything. I just shut the door and then wouldn't let her open the door again.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Bit mean, though.
Oh, and then I opened the front door.
Aye, that one is a bit of a gesture. Bit
It's
loaded.
mean.
Lou, She was trying to manipulate you.
It seems to be something people do sometimes.
Yes.
It's just lucky they're really bad at being manipulated in ways that they don't expect.
That's my secret.
It's not a secret.
That's why it's a secret.
No, it is not, Lou.
But that is, it's like a circle.
It's your most known quantity.
Which is why it's a secret.
Right, well, I assume you finally told Felric that you're interested, yes?
Yeah.
Well done. Don't fuck it up.
I thought that was the point.
Well, direction doesn't really matter in that case, but you want to get built to that there. You don't want to jump on it immediately.
You now have a bright red drow.
Yeah, and probably a giggling one as well.
Yeah, you do hear a disembodied giggle behind you.
But, you know, you could have spared a lot of trouble here if you'd just been honest from beginning, you know.
I don't think I necessarily lied.
No, but you delayed, you dallied, you danced around the issue, and you tried to make them make it up for you. I fucking heard some of it coming down the chimney.
Yeah. I guess I'll do my secret meeting somewhere else next time.
A bit of responsibility would not hurt.
Well, this matter is settled now.
Because you were pushed into the corner until you had nowhere to squirm to.
The disembodied voice chimes in and just says, "You know what would have worked either? Well, holy fuck, I can't talk. You know what would have worked better?
Take your time, Jax.
You could have just said, fuck off. You could have just said, from the beginning, who you were interested in. And say, I'm sorry, good lady, I'm not interested.
Or even that you're still indecisive and would like a little less pressure put on you by either party. Get some space. That's only a delaying tactic, but still something that spares both their feelings for a bit.
Things worked out.
Because you... Obviously you're not learning the lesson here, but the point is, the very last resort decision chance you have to make is not always a good one. It might backfire on you quite badly. How patient is Felric going to be?
Well, ideally a lot, because I hope this never happens again.
Well, it shouldn't. Very good point there. Another woman's interest in you should not be something you and ah over.
Well, not now.
Or another bloke's interest.
I would like to point out that, yeah, if you had an opinion, I would have preferred to know about it instead of having to go through all that rigmarole.
There you go.
Okay, so on top of not lying, now I need to communicate properly?
Actually,
Yes.
that one should have been a lesson you'd know far earlier on in life, yes. In
The
fact,
lying thing
I'm
worked for a
fairly
long time.
sure I put you on the spot about that as well. Remember when you tried to close yourself invisibly?
I mean,
Didn't
I
they
could
work
say I
then?
don't. No.
Aye. Also, my god's Valkyr. Read up about it. He's a nice bloke, the good captain. Keeps you all safe, especially you lot with your ships in port.
Yeah, boats are good.
I'll see you downstairs.
Here, have a pamphlet.
I am also going downstairs. And with that, you see the cape flourish, the elven Jarlaxle is going on downstairs and following you, Harton.
Right, you remember that lovely breakfast that Horik made for us like a week or two ago? It was a nice little hash. Lieux made a fucking bigger one up there, I've got to say. He's just lucky it worked out a bit. And, you know how they're meant to learn from their mistakes, Uzi? They're meant to understand situations and develop. I could see in his eyes, this is but a passing moment in the flicker of his life. I'm pretty sure a lesson we're not learned.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the bad spoon.
I should give you the bad spoon.
Right.
Again, he's going to rely on you the next time he gets into this problem.
No. When I got up there, all of it was done and dusted. He'd made his choice and all. It's just the fact I was pointing out to him. He made his choice at the last fucking minute when his back was against the wall and he couldn't squirm. And that's not ideal. And then Felric talked to him, which might actually get something through his head. No, I didn't meddle that much.
But it also sounds like you didn't need to meddle if Felric ended up giving the result needed.
True, but I don't think he was going to speak up without a little bit of backing.
Nope.
So
Potentially.
So, just out of curiosity, how awkward is the conversation that Bjorn is listening to at the counter right now?
He is not talking. And Mrs. Lemon is very concerned and asking why she's looking so sour. And she's just num.
Lemon looking sick.
Yeah, very, yeah.
Well, Eddie, you're looking like it's becoming quite a downer net for you. Is there anything I could interest you in to put a bit of pep in your step?
Do you have a honey mead?
Hey, I believe we have some meat where you can pour some honey in.
That's not how. No!
I'm joking, Les. I'm joking. Let me get a bottle and a couple of glasses.
He grumbles under her breath.
I do believe we have some Southern Mountain meat around here. Not Grey Mountain, but it'll do.
We have Horrocks, so obviously we have halfling stock.
So you're talking about the meat that's kind of like wine, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, usually it's in these cups, but I can see you might be needing a little bit extra. So why don't we take the one out for an emergency occasion? So take a slightly bigger cup out and fill it up to the brim.
It's about half a centimeter larger.
To a half, that's everything.
She downs it, and poor Miss Lemon is just, you should probably drink that a little slower, dear. It's not good for your figure.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It looks
That's
like
rich coming from a halfling.
I don't know. I know you'll need to have some to survive the winter.
He looks pissed.
Which one looks pissed?
Oh, Sarah.
Another glass then.
Please. And then suddenly she pauses. She comes over to the other side of the table. And she starts watching Gaddix with the dog.
Oh no!
He's just the right size.
The dog is pretty cool.
Brader's head snapped up and just went, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
Now there's a
If I can do it,
business
you can do it.
entrepreneur.
He's quick.
This guy has new money written all over him.
No, we find out she's just gonna steal the plans to start her own empire of walking dog coffee dispensers.
This
Quite
dog
operated.
walks your dog.
So, Mister, what's your name again?
Gaddix.
Gaddix. That's a cute dog you got there.
He immediately just says Gaddix, goes back to Whipper.
Well, that's a cute dog you got there.
Yeah, it works.
Well, why don't you come on up here and have a drink, and we can, have a little talk about how you made that.
I'd really rather get this done. I'm almost done.
Can't it wait for like 5 minutes?
No, it really can't. See, if I let this go,
Gaddix, get on the
milk will
bar.
go everywhere.
Get on the bar, you wee bastard. You've been sitting and fiddling that for the last 2.5 hours. Take a break.
It's a terrible look of you just sitting there fiddling with your dog.
Family restaurant, man.
If I let this go, I'm...
Harton, you're facing Mr. Lieux, and you just see Jarlaxle reaches over and taps you on the shoulder, and then just nods back over to the bar.
Alright. Yeah, she moves
Where
quick.
you're seeing, yep, problem solved.
And you don't think that wouldn't have been useful on the bar floor getting tips?
I think she's going to be more problematic.
Alright, well.
And Mr. Lemon just says, I don't think she would actually be doing much work on the floor.
Probably, fair enough. Alright, lads, it's now. We're going. Well, Crystal Shores rule: kings are high, jacks are wild, and the knave is not in the bar. Highest bet is a walnut, smallest bet is a peanut.
Cashew in the middle?
Lieux,
outside.
You now have a boyfriend.
Put that down your character sheet.
I
Write it
think
down,
What
write
do
it
you
down.
about this?
How much is the boyfriend worth?
Less value than a
Yeah,
wife.
because
Less value than a wife or husband.
What kind of what do you
What are its features?
he's
Which
worth a
model
fair amount
is
if you
it?
can rent him out. Because you have to pry him from Jarlaxle first.
Well, I guess we should go to the bar and get a drink to celebrate.
Yes, after you.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold this door open.
It should, shut on its own eventually, because, Jarlaxle's no longer there trying to prop it open.
I just heard this was polite somewhere.
Oh, thank you. He looks pleasantly surprised.
I think it was a different bar.
Well, he gets on down here, and he would hold the door open for you, to be polite.
Wow, Drow learned so fast.
And yep, there's a slight problem, which is the fact, Sarah's up there trying to convince Gaddix to get to sit next to her on the bar.
Now that would be hilarious.
And you all get to see this.
Elton.
Should somebody help him?
I think he should flirt.
Currently, Braider is mouthing curse words.
I mean, come on. This is one of the few times you leave your workshop.
He's sitting next to her, but he's kind of trying to reach down and still work on Kago. He's kind of like strained.
How long until she starts pinching Gaddix's butt as well?
She misses and pitches Kago. Coffee sprays out.
No, see, she's already lightly leaning against poor Gaddix.
All right, well,
Little space here. I just want to finish this.
I'll shove from across the room. Hi, Gaddix. Kago's looking great, and I'll actually give you an inspiration. That's a free D6, man. You got this.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles.
She looks annoyed to see you and Felric, Lieux.
I don't know what that means, but there it is.
fucking used it on the tinkering.
It's tinkering with his words to be like flirtatious.
Oh no, he is tinkering with the dog. I know full well he's just tinkering with the dog.
Yeah, he's kind of almost falling out of his seat.
Got this worrying feeling, but
Suggested tinkering.
I've got this worrying feeling, Jax here, as I look over at Gaddix. He's never going to be moving out with a new wife and kids. He's always going to be under my fucking roof.
Yeah, I'm not sure he is aware enough.
Even back in our home village,
Who
Ridge.
said it was your roof? Excuse me? Not Gaddock saying this. Who's decided it was your roof?
I mean,
Well, he did blow up part of it.
Even back in our fucking hometown of Redshale and all, like, he had a house. He had his own home. The little fucker was always in mine or Hordix or Bjorn's. Because we had food in the larder. We actually cleaned shit. His was just strewn with tools and bits and pieces.
There's a cheese wheel in there somewhere, I know it.
But in his case, it's a literal wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
I can make it
legwork
work.
one.
I just need a big enough crust. I can make it work.
Horrocks looking around and wondering how the hell we've gone through 2 tons of potatoes already.
Oh, you know exactly how.
Just another
yes,
emergency
but where's
ship.
it all gone?
Just that moment when Gaddix woke up with a crazy look in his eye. Meals on wheels. But literally, I can do it.
I can do it. They called me crazy.
It's a food truck.
You're getting a call for a potato casserole.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's what you call a potato casserole is what you call a fireball in a room full of halflings.
No.
Another 46, thank you. Good sir.
Halflings round a sandwich.
On it, we got it. And yeah, Harton up at the dad table. Lou's dad, so he picked. Then I take it.
I'm pretty sure it had to be almost at knife point, but aye, he did. Which is ridiculous considering what a nice lad Felric is.
Also, it's a good thing you mentioned casserole because I was reminded I had to put the leftovers into the fridge.
Oh shit, actually me too.
I'm leaving mine in the oven all day, it doesn't matter.
Puff pastry can stay out for a little bit longer, I think.
Oh, my case is just pork chops. They're fine out for a day. It's like aging them, you know? It's fine.
Like a fine wine.
Yeah, exactly. Keep a pork chop cooked for a few weeks, it'll be better, right?
No. No.
You just gotta put it into a bottle somehow.
But he's made his calling. And now we have to see if he'll actually be alright at it.
Oh, I don't have much faith in that, but...
Which one is saying this? Which dad?
The correction, no, the adopted, sorry. Not the biological.
I have no idea who that is.
No idea whatsoever.
Not a clue. Hello, Joe Axel. Nice to meet you. It's just so coincidental that you're in this conversation.
When did you get here?
Well, as he glances back at Uzana by the fire, it is up to him to actually succeed at this, by which I mean to not ruin Felric's feelings, to just be alright about it. He could be as casual as he wants and just be pleasant and funny. But I know he's gonna do something. It's gonna be almost every day, in fact. But it's for him to do, as he is really agitatedly shuffling the cards now.
He's never really had one. Well, certainly not a boyfriend. So that's.
I am not at all shocked to find that out.
You know, oh dear, his mother's going to absolutely blow her lid. Oh dear.
Well, is she always hoping he's gonna get a little lass in the village?
Oh no, not that way. Just she's going to be fawning over the both of them all night now.
Oh well, at least that's I mean, it's a positive in a way. It's gonna be hell for Felric though, or Felton. He's a wee bit shy. I will point out that every time Harton has been saying Felton, he just forgot for himself.
Yeah.
He's a shy one, so he's not going to be used to kind of exuberant attention.
Well, unfortunately, he's going to have to get used to it if he stays around. She definitely is not shy on the loving her little boy.
No, that has been quite obvious, in fact. Lifted laid for all of his decades, I see.
You can't say he wasn't a well-loved boy.
That's good that way. It is that good. Could have done with a few more lessons in basic survival and how to make a decision and have a bit of a spine to him, because I'm guessing he's always had the option of just running the ma.
Yeah. I tried. I tried very hard.
I'm not faulting you for it. That's kind of smothering experience.
I told her, but she wasn't listening. It's one of the reasons I suggested he come down here anyways. He needed to spread his wings out. Do things himself for a change.
And I mean, he does have a good few centuries to actually learn this, pick it up. He'll probably need every last month of it.
I can drink to that. That is Jarl Axel.
Well, it just so happens you're in the right place for it. How would you like to try a one-eyed jacks, Mr. Lemon?
Oh, what is it?
Oh, it's a wee, lovely little tipple from up north, up at Luskin. It's got a nice wee sort of almost like a citrusy wee kick to it. Wee bit of sharpness.
Did I hear we need a drink order?
I will have a free one-eyed jacks.
All right, right. Cheers. Hold on. And off she goes.
You're doing well.
And Jarlaxle kind of shrugs. It seems like she actually knows the stock pretty well.
Well, I mean, she was
Very
proper
personable.
Barca. And tomorrow morning we've got our new hire to look forward to. We're in this wee kerfuffle, couple of ne'er-do-wells and all, looking for opportunity. One of them has a chance at a reasonable job here, a wee Kenku.
Thank you.
Aye. Wee short bird folk.
Oh, yes, I know. Interesting choice. What's he gonna do?
Well, first entry-level stuff, so, basic cleaning, maybe stock taking, a bit of shelving. Start them out at the very base level, just to see if they're going to stick to it, or are we going to see coins missing.
Jarlaxle gives a little bit of a shrug. All right.
I know they're pretty dab hand at, once we get the cocktails and all the mixed drinks going, they'll probably be pretty good at that, because they just have to watch us manage it. But for now, just start them basic.
And they'll never forget a drink order, because they can just mimic it back.
Aye. Downside, of course, we'll have to keep watch of what we say downstairs. Can't have
yes, that is definitely an issue.
Can't have a wee shit reciprocating my stories without me giving it the personal flair and touch.
Right, noted. And yep, it doesn't take long. You've got your 3 glasses.
Alright, now this one I'm pretty sure is partially made up by Bjorn, but he swears this is how they do it up in the Grey Mountains. So, kings are worthless, queens are double value, and only evens count.
Alright. What would I be rolling for that to see if everybody's rolling well?
I don't know, I'm using wisdom.
Alright.
Suppose it could be charisma or something, but
Dexterity, you might be able to get away with if they're trying to cheat.
For once, Harton, you're outdoing Jarlaxle.
Not just for once, but in cards, sure.
Lieux, what are you doing?
I guess having a drink.
Your mom, of course, sees you come in. Oh, hello, dear.
Hello. Mouth has been thoroughly washed.
What
Good.
lies.
Come take a seat. Can we get my little boy a juice?
Yeah, Bjorn. Yeah, a juice, Bjorn. Wink, wink, wink.
I'll get some of the.
I'll squeeze the apple
juice.
myself.
Lieux, real juice, not the other juice.
And a lid on top
juice.
of it so he doesn't spill it.
I'll bring him.
Don't what do dwarven babies drink? Give me some of that.
I'll bring him one. I'm bringing him some of the cider. The kind of like Summersby. You can't taste the alcohol. Aye,
thank you,
an
thank
apple
you.
juice.
Ah, what a magical tree that is.
So, is everything okay, dear? You were gone for an awfully long while.
I think I conducted myself adequately.
Oh, you always do, sweetheart. And she pats your head.
Just adequate.
He's trying his best.
Dalric is giving you side eye, Lieux.
What did I do?
But you might want to tell her something.
Oh yes, I have obtained date. Not the food.
You have a
I know, that's what you
date.
were thinking.
Have you got yourself
Yes.
a girlfriend now?
No.
So just
No follow-up as he just drinks.
potential. Oh, so it's an introductory date.
No, we were already living together.
Felrex's head has gone to the bar.
There's just so many ways he could phrase it, and he doesn't.
I hand a bottle of whiskey round the corner. I believe it's probably going to be needed shortly.
He
it's a
stealthily takes it. Even Selkie is just looking confused.
I hand Felric over a straw.
Thank you. He stealthily hides it under the bar because he has a feeling he doesn't want Miss Lemon to see him downing a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, that's why with the straw it makes it easier to hide it.
Who's love? You see that? You see how that is?
Down by his feet.
You see how that is in requirement of additional support and assistance.
I hand my arm to fourth Harvey Warbanger.
Well, thank you, dear. Cheers, you appreciate it. You're such a darling. Lou, your mother just looks. Okay, are we going to be able to meet this person before we get to leave?
What if I told you you already have?
Darling, I love you. Can you actually give me a name?
Did you give your mother her name? Or is she just Mrs. Lemon?
You think it's what, Maribel?
Yeah, her name is Maribel, yes.
I can do you one better than a name. And I'll just lean back and just sort of grab Felton's shoulder and push him over a little bit.
Hi, Miss Lemon. Mrs. Lemon. Oh, I didn't know you swung that way, sweetheart. That's all right. That's good. And she pats you on the back. Well, good for you! And she comes on over here.
That's fine. That's a tangible result. I can count on that.
Somebody else can let you.
She kind of looks over. She looks between, Felrect and Lieux. Good match. Yes, good match. You've even got the height about the same, right? This is adequate.
This is pushing away all those horrible memories she had of finding pumpkins in your room with a hole cut out.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
No.
He could never get the eyes level.
Practicing kissing with a turnip.
I got some questions.
It's the only fruit it's the only vegetable he could sneak away.
What you want the answer to?
The only one he wouldn't eat immediately.
Lou, you realize Felrec might have bitten off more than he could chew, as now your mother is asking him to tell all about himself.
So where are you from?
Problem.
What, you mean he didn't have a prep dossier for his entire cover story?
No.
But your Alexa could have given him one.
Luskin. I'm from Luskin.
I heard it's cold.
You were born. Yeah, it is very cold. Yes, it is a very interesting book. Oh, I heard about that. I heard that was an awful place. Well, that's why I left. Felrec is kind of floundering a little bit with this, but he is managing to get through.
Can just go on a tangent about the menagerie on board the ships.
Yeah, he is mostly banking heavily on I'm on Zord's ship. Oh, have you heard? I've been to lots of places and trying to segue as best he can to the places he's been on the surface that he can get away with. Gaddix, you have an arm around you.
He doesn't even notice. He's kind of leaning down towards Kago, so she's kind of putting it like on top of me. Like...
Oh no! The arm goes down and starts lifting your other arm up.
She's got to get through a lot of tools to get there.
I'm almost done here.
It can wait, darling.
No, it can't. He will leak.
Isn't that part of his goal?
Are you spilling oil on our goddamn carpets?
I mean, not oil, but yes.
Oh.
Why did we close at the bar?
Oh. Gaddix, take it upstairs.
Good idea. Let's go upstairs.
Oh,
and she starts.
You know, Garrick, you need another inspiration. You go, buddy.
Damn it. I hate you all.
I have one left. I come back down for round two.
I had him a bottle of cider on the way.
It's a fascinating thing to complain about. Don't make me RP any kind of romance with my wife, a DM.
I pat Coggo on the head and say extraction protocol beta.
I don't know, just RPing romance has always been a...
Gaddix, she's trying to drag you and Kago along.
He's okay. Kago will follow her. He is still kind of on top trying to work while it's moving.
No. Come on, let's go.
Silk, could you be a dear and help?
I love how I don't even have control of my token right now. It's literally just going.
I got it.
The token
Thanks,
just went. That was not me.
Because you're being dragged.
Have you ever experienced having to wipe off both a mixture of oil and milk out of carpet?
This is a new one.
No, it's not. There's no oil. It's just milk.
What is the spice? Is it soy?
I am not quite sure. What is wrong with the gnome?
Oh, I do not have the fucking time for that.
One's soy, one's half and half, and one's milk.
Is he always this dense?
Yes! In fact, it's been worse. This is as close as he's been to a wear for a few months now. There was a time, about a year and a half ago, we had 4 different festivities. We had some outdoor games. We had things he was meant to work on as well. About 3 weeks in, we found him passed out. He had not eaten a fucking thing because he'd been tooling around with Kago again to redefine his paws for better grip. And then when we got him fed and watered, he went right back to it, and now he had to redo it's the back of the legs. Back of the legs on the dog. The hackles. Around there. And then he wanted to work on the spine of it to get the back plates to creep up whenever there was danger around. There's a little indicator, more subtle. What I'm saying is, I don't think I'm going to get rid of him properly. I don't think there's going to be a Mrs. Gaddix.
So he and the drow are both equally unaware.
I'd say Gaddix is worse. Lieu's it just spills out of him. Yeah.
Wow,
worse
than Lieux.
Because Gaddix really doesn't know. Lieux notices, but doesn't have the knowledge to work it out.
Yeah, I think probably Lieux has a little bit more hope in that. She finishes mopping up and starts getting back to the bar.
I am glad we're not going to have this problem with Hooten. I don't foresee any of this issue with Nat, Squidly, or Jinx either. But how are we going to get rid of Horik?
Gaddix, you're in the common room.
Uh-huh.
All right, where's your room?
A little bit threatening in the overtone there.
Where's the fucking money, Gaddix?
Where's your bang room?
I'd really like to get this work done, and now you're asking inappropriate questions.
As he is tinkering away on the underside of his robot dog.
He's got his harness on. He's hooked to the bottom of the dog.
You can
don't know
work
where
on
he got
the
it, it
dog
just
later.
happens.
Why don't you show me where your bedroom is?
Fucking hell, lady.
She's on the rebound and she's vengeful.
You are, and I don't like strange people in my workshop.
Okay, if it's where is your bed?
In the workshop.
Then let's go.
Did you not hear what I just said? Strange people are not allowed in the workshop.
Well, I won't be strange after I'm in your bed with you, so let's go.
That's the point.
How much plainer can she make that she wants to bang?
Yeah, he's...
Harton, give me a perception to hear if you hear that through us.
Just remember,
You gotta
Gaddix is
admire
feeling
her
inspired.
persistence.
We gotta plug up these fucking fireplaces. I did not want to hear that.
Yeah, we
How much many is around the fireplace right now trying to listen in?
Right now, it's just Harton and Uzana.
No, none of the halflings have also decided to join in.
None of them have realized.
They haven't realized she's gone yet.
Well, Madrax is in the vicinity.
Give me a perception. If anybody's interested, you have to give me a perception.
Oh,
Yeah, Lieux, you are being fussed over by Mom. You cannot hear. Lieux.
damn.
He really wanted to.
Oh, wasted.
He tried very hard.
Just
You can hear Harton say I didn't want to hear that.
did not want to hear that, for fuck's sake.
Fred, unfortunately, you do not hear.
Meanwhile, Gaddix, there's a chance you're either going to wake up in a cold bath with your kidneys missing, or in a temple of Lathander saying, "We pronounce you man and wife."
She's not like this. It's like, this is going places real quick.
Let's
Don't
go.
touch-
Come on. She starts dragging you.
It's a bit like the jerk.
Which
He's just going,
way?
"You can't. That's my special purpose. Don't touch that."
Wisha, can I get free?
Let's find out. Yes.
I'm free!
You don't even need the D6.
To be fair, if she's trying to actively grapple him, I think things have taken a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actively trying to pull him. Well, do you not understand what I'm asking for?
Yes, I do, and I don't want you in my workshop.
That's what he calls it.
So, okay, do we have somebody else's room we can use then?
You can use the dwarfs.
No.
I mean,
Go for it.
There is the top of the tower.
Yep.
Well,
There's
then why
also
are we
ha-
just here?
There's Harton's room.
No, that one's locked.
There's a couch here. We can use the couch. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh no, wait a minute.
I can't.
Fine.
Oh
He
no,
goes and
my
sits on
chair.
the couch. Or wherever the
It's in
couch
the
is. I
splash
don't know.
zone.
I can't decide if she's desperate or just really, really, really patient.
She is vengeful and angry right now.
Yes,
The two
she
worst
is
members of the
mad.
party.
Does she like it when the dog watches?
Oh
I guess you're gonna have to find out.
It could be worse. She could prefer it when Gaddix watches.
Oh, no. I haven't put that part in yet.
Why were you ever intending to? Why'd you put that?
Chicago.
Why'd you put that in the
Hey, if it
drawing
keeps
board?
her out of
Why?
the workshop.
As beer dispenser, obviously.
Why did you put that in the drawing board? Why did you draw it really large on your drawing board?
Oh no! Now I'm starting to think of that part in the. Anyone seen the movie Space Truckers?
Yeah, with the
With
fucking
the-
ripcord.
Yeah.
So, Gaddix, you're sitting on the couch with this very interested woman.
He's got his hands in his lap. He's just staring off into space.
But if he feels
Hello?
inspired.
Yes, I'm on the couch. What did you want?
Are you gents?
No, my mass
Oh,
is
but you're
average for.
rather persistent or annoying. I haven't decided which.
Are you not aware of what I've been asking for?
You wanted my workshop. Nobody goes in there.
No, I said I wanted to bang.
That's a gun.
No, I mean clothing removed and sexual activity.
No thanks.
Harton,
Yes.
you're hearing an attempt at lovemaking in the common room upstairs.
It's Gags up there. I've got nothing to worry about.
Oh, you're right.
The only risk is oil getting everywhere.
What do you mean you're not interested?
Got work to do.
Gaddix is a little bit close to being the Rain Man at this point.
She gets very annoyed. She storms out. She shoves past you, Gaddix. Back down to the bar. And she looks like she's rich. She could probably fry somebody with her eyes alone.
Gaddock sure is quick. Efficient, you might say.
And Bjorn is just gonna take a wistful look at the bottle of honey mead, sigh, place the bottle, place a full tankard, and walk away again.
No one's allowed in the workshop.
Just say you don't like butt stuff.
He's almost an adult gnome, and he still believes in girls not allowed.
No, it would have been the same for anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
He's a man of principles, damn it.
She could be working for a rival guild. I don't know. Halflings are weird. you don't just drag someone into another room and then say, "Where is your bed?" Like, who does that? Like,
I can think of at least several occasions.
So, everybody, is there anything else anybody wants to cover tonight? Lieux, you and Felric actually now are being fussed over by your mother.
You know who's not too far past the height requirement?
No, she's done. Bjorn Bjorn's not on her radar.
Bjorn, well past the last resort. Not youthful enough.
I imagine she also didn't take kind to the response of there's not enough meat on her bones.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she's directly biologically related to Horik, or she would have tried that already.
Which does that matter?
Well, at least she draws a line somewhere.
What does it mean? The potato grows a few more roots. Next, she tries it with Mr. Lemon.
Straight
No.
Not again, he says.
She is done for the night, and she is salty. She has
no, she wasn't. That's the problem.
See, here's the thing. She's never been told no, and she's been told no twice in one night.
To be fair, I think she's going to rationalize the Gaddix thing of, oh, I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. I can do better.
Oh no! She wants a slice of the tavern. That's it.
She's got to do a hostile takeover at some point.
I think we can convene. I think we can convene for the night and finally flush out the clan here.
Yep. Eventually, everybody does agree to filter on out. They're going back to their tavern. Sarah's the first one out of there. She almost books it out in record time.
How much of the bottle is left?
None.
And the bottle's gone too. Just gonna throw it out Lou's window later.
Sure hope she doesn't hold a grudge.
Well, let's hope that was it for her. Or will she be back?
We can totally just murder her if we have to.
It's very lovely you all came. Please feel free to return another time with more gold and a greater hunger and thirst in yous.
I'll come back down to the village one of these days too.
You get lots of cheers as everybody's leaving, and yep.
Wonderful to have yous all.
Parents come on over. Well, I guess we're gonna have to be out. We have to leave out early in the morning, and we know you don't really wake up early in the morning because you're a night person.
A knight?
And Luke,
Could have done that instead of a bard.
You could be anything you want to be, dear. She reaches up and kind of pats your face.
And I decided to be an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot, dear. You're very smart. I'm very proud of you. And the very lovely boy you've got. Now, make sure you get a full night's sleep. Do you hear me?
I only need 4 hours. I've been telling you for 80 years.
Well, that's why we compromised and said you need 6.
Okay.
Now, Felton, I want you to hold him to this, okay? Yeah, I can do that. Okay. 6, yes. Yeah, okay.
Are you me?
You've been... No. He looks very embarrassed right now. Particularly as about every 5 minutes she's filtering back and forth between hugging you, Lieux, and now she's hugging Felric, and he doesn't know what to do about this. This is a very new thing for him.
Oh, put your arms also around her a little bit.
Okay.
Not the fruit, not the fruit.
Not
We're gonna have to
that
train
low,
that one
not
out of you.
low.
Lou, I know how this works. I just
No dagger! No dagger!
I know how
Keep it
this
on your
works. I
belt.
just haven't done it before.
I'm actually glad they live hours away.
All right. Well,
Literally
I've
a
been
short
so
cart
happy to
ride.
meet.
You could spend entire weeks there.
I've been so happy to meet all of your friends. They're all very lovely. Hopefully we can come around, and maybe you all can come on down. We'll find a place for you. I can think of about 4 or 5 houses probably would be enough. Yeah, we can spread you out amongst all 5 houses.
Probably not Sarah's.
I think it's
Alright.
fine. I think she might not be happy with me at the moment.
I don't. Well, is there any reason why? She was very, very petulant near the end of the night.
I think she was trying to bang.
Time to go wash
Wash
your
your
mouth
mouth out
out.
with soap. Wait. Okay, wash your mouth out with soap after I walk out the door, okay? And she gives you a big old
Okay.
hug.
I'll see you later.
All right. Love you, dear.
Yes,
And
yes,
you too,
much love.
Felton. It's so good to meet you as well. And then your dad kind of gives you a hug. Good to see you, son. I'm glad that things are looking up for you. Kind of gives
One day I'll make
Belloc
you
a thumbs
proud.
up. You are making me proud already, son. All right?
Yeah, I got a tavern.
Exactly. You're
Fox.
doing good.
Right.
And there's a cheery wave to all of you.
Aye. Waits for him to be like, the fuck you say?
Huh? I did a lot of stupid shit.
Fuck's sake.
That was an exciting day, Selkie says. You know what? There's a lot of dishes to do. Oh no.
I tell you what, we'll count this one as time and a half.
Cheers, we love you.
Not surprising, I'm quite lovable.
Again!
The children come back out. That was a lot of work.
That was exhausting, aye. Mentally, physically, and just... Fucking hell, Lou.
Everything.
Hey, it worked out.
I'm gonna have a lovely day tomorrow, without any of this.
Well, I would like to point out, I think we need to have a meeting upstairs.
Alrighty. A bit more business, eh?
Mm-hmm. Children, not you.
I'm getting some real juice now.
But if you can stay awake a wee bit longer, I might be able to get a tale or two for you, but best if you have a good night.
We can stay down here and help with the dishes a bit. And then if y'all are done, then we can get...
Hopefully it will be.
Okay. And bleep. Very studious they are. Let's go. Jarlaxle's already out the door and rushing up the steps.
I wonder how long you'll stay here if we don't follow.
He's
going for the chair.
Yeah.
Yep, already in the chair.
Fuck's sake.
Nadrax looks down the chimney to check if they're listening in.
You don't see anybody down in the chimney.
Shit,
Yeah.
I only know how to cast invisibility.
You notice Balin comes in, looks around, looks a bit awkward, and then just lays down in front of your chair at Jarlaxle's feet.
He's doing that because he likes a chair.
Yeah, I know.
I also like my chair.
It's a very good chair, I agree.
That it is.
He is grinning ear to ear.
Right, so what's the year bend you've got for us?
Well, I figured you probably needed to talk through whatever was going to be done with the dear Growlhund lady.
Aye.
And Lord, technically.
It's a big issue, that one.
Well, so far I can see 2 options. 1, some individuals try to go on and check things out. Scope out if there's a potential issue if the stone is there. 2, we alert the city guard, have them go in and scout out what's going on, while of course the compound is under watch from certain individuals. And potentially, either the stone will be shuttled out for us to acquire in the shuffling, or the city guard will acquire it, which, of course, I believe we have individuals who are more than capable of acquiring it from them.
Funnily enough, that second plan sounds a lot like mine. But probably best if we get in there ourselves. Who knows what could be laying in wait.
There's only a slight issue. If you get caught, that's considered a serious offense.
Right. I mean, there's more issues there as well. It's not even just the breaking in, it's the fact that we'll be watched on the streets as well. She's got her own guard who will not be able to be silenced. We can't really just go slaying and crashing around.
And that is the same house where the rogue Nimblewright is supposed to be in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what? What
about we do actually try to convince the people from the temple to come with us, maybe with one guard or two to authorize the thing, and try to drive them out, basically. I don't think they would like having the guard in their house. Maybe they would try to bring the stone elsewhere or outside the house, just in case.
Well, that's what my guards would potentially be out there for. I don't really see much point in going to the Temple of Gone. They're not going to be able to do anything. They're going to do the exact same thing you'll do, which is go to the city guard.
And they do not have any connections to the city guard?
Not particularly. The city guard might look for the Nimblewright for them, but that's about it. It would do the same thing as just telling them you believe the Nimblewright is there and you believe that they were involved in the fireball incident. The main issue I have is if you go in there and they make a claim that you, for instance, assaulted one of the family, or potentially if you were holding them hostage, which if they are in league with the Zentarum, that is an entire possibility. The punishment for that crime is death. You'll have a lot of witnesses saying you went in there. I don't necessarily believe you would successfully sneak in unseen. Some of you are a bit noisy.
Can we borrow some of your mask thingies?
I have one. And Felrek has it.
Okay. Does this ring acquire attunement to cast spells from it?
The ring of spell throwing? Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so it can be just 2 people at most, unless... Does anyone else, beside me, know Disguise Self?
There's always invisibility.
True.
Me.
We can get a few more people with invisibility, but not the whole party, I don't think.
Yeah.
Even with the ring.
As it stands, I think we've got a better option here of having the guard with us and doing a wee bit of sort of flushing the hedge. See what comes out.
And just move the stone somewhere, hopefully less public.
Well, I mean, if we can catch him during, it'll be fine as well.
Yeah.
At the least, we'll probably get a wee bit of a conversation with a Nimblewright.
What I figure is, at this stage, I will return to my base. I'll set up a potential watch around the perimeter. Whenever you alert the city guard, of course, my folks will know. We'll keep an eye out. And potentially, things will go fine.
You wouldn't happen to know if there's a sewer access into the building?
There's not. I would know. I've already scouted the place myself. I'm very familiar with it.
He is just bursting at the seams ready to explain why, but we're not going to ask. Alright, well, like I said, it's still better if we have the guard with us and make it sort of an official action. Makes
Correct, a bit... Because if you don't go to the guard, that's death.
Aye.
Hey.
I'd rather miss you all.
But
That's
how
nice.
much?
That's nice to know.
Yes, I'm about to say this. None of us was going to say this. Feelings mutual.
Well, we know he's at zero risk.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's going to be something you do first thing in the morning?
Ooh. Well, I'd like to get him a bit of a jog as well.
Well, you hated running.
Oh, no. I am fine running a few blocks. I have fucking issues running a quarter of a city. I suppose we can do it early enough.
I would like to point out that if we can get this done and over with early, I did have a job that I was hoping you all would be game for.
Oh, lovely.
Well, let's hear the pitch then.
400 gold.
What's the job?
It's very simple. Guarding a boat.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. And what's the issue?
Saloon.
Oh no.
Oh, no, not this time?
Different boat. No,
right.
not this time. Completely unrelated, mind you. No,
right.
This is a tiny little thing. It'd have to be going in through the cliff sides of Waterdeep down into somewhere I don't think Nadrax wants to return to.
I'm just hoping that, our first job here are worried about the official consequences, and then this job, our official issue, will be the officials.
Oh no, it's perfectly above board. Nothing about this is illegal. We're just simply bringing a boat down into Skullport, retrieving some cargo, and then leaving again.
I mean, 400 gold sounds pretty good.
It'd be interesting to find out about Skullport. There's not a lot written on it in the official libraries.
Well, the name should say it all, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole second city down below this one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of
not nearly as impressive now that it's partially collapsed. But you won't get a chance to explore the city. My goal is that we stay on the boat, we load our cargo, and we go immediately.
That's fair.
Okay.
Long journey, you say?
Well,
so you're saying I can stay out of view most of the time?
Yes. You would be mostly used on the way in. There does tend to be in the caverns, you find the wreckages of some boats and some things have taken refuge. Sometimes they make life a little difficult. And then Nadrax, of course, it would make sense if you stay below deck while we actually get to Skullport, loading and unloading.
Cave waters, though, so that's fine, Bjorn. No big waves.
Well, I guess I can stay out for a little time if I do this. And I cast Disguise Self to appear like a 7-foot Jalaxel.
Don't think that suits you.
This is what it would be like if you were tall? Oh my gosh.
Yes. Maybe not this exact
ridiculous.
form.
Tall Drow is kind of weird.
Yes.
Exactly.
He is taller than Harton.
Aye, he's right. You do look ridiculous. You look like a pompous arse.
What's up with that hat?
Jalaxel does not look amused.
Right, we're all having
Let's
fun
get
then.
back to the topic at hand.
Right, we're all having fun until it turned to insults. Anyway.
Now, I would point out it probably would take a little bit longer because we'd have to take one of the portals out. Meet up on a rendezvous, switch boats over, and then we would head back.
I love that part. It sounds like completely legitimate business.
It is.
I mean, everything's legitimate if you don't get caught.
I know, it's just when you involve getting a portal and swapping boats. It does sound shady.
Oh no, it's just something that I don't want people to know about. It's legitimate business. And even if we were to be spotted on either vessel, and we were boarded by, say, pirate hunters or officials from any town, there would be nothing wrong with what we were doing.
All right.
Yeah, 500 gold. I don't do clean work.
Lieux.
Shut up.
It was a joke. Yeah.
I was about to say this is an order for you. The others, it's an option.
Okay, so how likely do you think it is we actually get attacked?
I mean, it comes with a paycheck, so hey, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
For people of your caliber, it won't be any issue. And besides, you'll have me and a friend of mine.
All right.
But first, we've got to see if we can get this stone and deal with a nimble right too.
Yeah, when would this be? Actually.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I was asking if we could get this situated relatively early in the morning. Because potentially, if we can, I'd like to sail before nightfall.
Oh, all right.
I would like you to be empty of spell slots before you do this.
Nah, it shouldn't
Yeah, we'll
be.
have the guards help. We should be okay.
It should not be an issue. I mean, if she comes out with any big minions and all, I think Jarlax will be understanding that we might be a little bit too tired for the shipment.
Mhm.
But she probably won't. I mean, you've seen what menagerie she might have. Aye.
And no, Lady Growl. I very much doubt you're ever even going to meet Lady Growlhund.
Aye, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. We've got one sneak thief who's a bit quick on his feet, and a nimble right.
And the nimble right is the main thing tomorrow.
And from the moment that I leave here, I will be sending individuals to keep a full watch on Lady Growlhund and her affairs. After all this is sorted, I might even pop by myself to question what on earth she was thinking.
Actually, this is the first he has learned just today about all of his people being watched by the Sensorim.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so what are you going to do about the Sensorim knowing all about your dealings here?
Don't remind me about that.
We've already had a wee chat in that there when we were playing our game. It's quite nasty. It's one of those lovely things of we're offering friendship, not compulsory. But you wouldn't like to say no.
Well, I will point out that Davil is a businessman, and I can respect him. And if he does say something, I don't expect him to go back on his word.
I can't say I like being watched still.
No, I don't like that either, and I definitely want to find out where this watch is coming from. And potentially cut that avenue off. However, right now, I don't think it would be wise to spend more people trying to tail that. I would rather spend them over at the Growlhund estate, get the Nimblewright situation, and, of course, the stone situation under control.
Aye.
Then we can shift focus.
Plus, if we get a hold of a stone, I imagine it'll be a lot more obvious to see who's looking at us. They'll be fucking chomping at the bit.
It's going to be a bit of a disaster, but I'm sure it can get handled shortly.
All right.
Yeah, I think other business concluded. We can actually get some kip.
Agreed, except for one individual.
Is that Luskin roulette?
No. Harton, I need a word with you. Privately.
Oh, even an extra private word.
Let's go up to your bedroom then.
Oh, of course, why not? It's both our favourite terrains.
A lot of bedrooms tonight.
Yep. Harton, you get on up there. Jarlax will very casually goes, sits on the edge of your bed, gets himself all nice and comfortable.
Oh, I do not need to see you there.
Keep your clothes on.
It definitely was going to.
He says, rebuttoning his shirt.
He never. He's just sitting and getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Harton.
Hey.
I didn't appreciate those jokes you were making down in the bar.
Oh, what jokes?
You know the jokes.
Actually, my memory's a wee bit fuzzy. I heard some horrific things from that chimney.
You did. You did.
That woman were...
Harton?
Aye.
Do you quite honestly not remember when I first came in you made a certain reference and an implication that I didn't appreciate? Twice,
well,
actually. Another one was in front of Mr. Lemon.
I was praising him, knowing that Lieux had a good dad raising him up.
I'm very aware what you were implying the first time you said something when I arrived, Harton. I'm not dense. I'm just telling you, you don't want to make that joke again.
Spoiling our friendship, is it?
It's not about a matter of friendship, Harton. Now, let me make this abundantly clear. Lieu's father is a Bayenri. I am not a Bayenri. I am a Dragonheist. I am a houseless rogue. If I am of House Bayenri, there's a little bit of an issue here. That's not something... Ask anybody. Go ask Felrek. He will be very happy to tell you. I have no house.
Alright. You know, I'm not big on dry interpolitics, so I'm not really sure on the implication here. I'm getting it's not something you want shared, at least. But the magnitude, I'm not really catching.
I am stating that I am not House Bayenri. Again, you can go ask any of my organization, and if you even implied I was a Bayenri, they would laugh at you.
Alright.
There's another issue. What happens if some idiot hears you make that reference? Even a joke, because we know it's a joke. But what happens if some idiot takes that seriously?
Well, I mean, probably something nasty. Mind you, we're fucking surrounded by that these days.
Like, for example, what happens if you make that joke around one of our friends, and when, say, Camoriel comes back to discuss your little, what's the word? Those lovely papers that we were reviewing, and he's currently working on. What do you think happens if he comes back, skims somebody's brain, and for some strange reason he gets the idea that that might actually be a thing?
I thought he worked for you, though.
He does, but his job's also to protect Dragonheist. Camuriel is a very logical sort. Logically, if there was a rumor floating around that Lieux was my son, that wouldn't be good for Dragonheist's image, would it?
I don't want to say anything nasty about the lad, but you got a point on that one.
Camuriel will take whatever action he deems necessary and then report afterwards to me, particularly if he knows I won't appreciate it.
Lovely little working relationship.
It works a little too well sometimes. The point is, I don't want to see the boy hurt. I also don't want some brain-dead twit somehow getting the idea that maybe he is of House Bayenri, and, for instance, taking him down to Menzo Baronzon and handing him over to House Bayenri. The boy would be dead in a 10-day. Or less, actually. Because yes, he is of House Bayenri. They have a right to claim him.
And then just off him.
With his mother gone, Well, yeah, they could. Let's be realistic. Do you think they would actually have use for him?
It's not that. It just seems a little counterproductive.
No, the point would be that they have a drow out there that they could claim. They would take him down, probably try to see if he has any use, decide he doesn't, and then they would off him.
At this point, I feel Lieux should just be psychically insulted.
Why? I feel really bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
Ironically, that's not meant to be an insult to Lieux. That's actually not.
He's not a sneaky stabber. He's not a political puppet master. They have no word for him.
And more specifically, Lieux doesn't know how to... I mean, Lieux would say something dumb to a high priestess in like 5 seconds.
Wow.
He does not know that you're supposed to...
You're a high priestess? What kind of drugs are you smoking?
Yeah, he doesn't understand the politicking involved and would get in trouble. And he can't speak drow. As far as they're concerned, he's useless.
Hey, well, the second one was just a wee jab because you're trying to drop me in after blowing up Lieu's room. And I did that to save his life.
It's not a smart thing to joke about.
Hey, well, it was just me and that old man, you. I'm Balin, but he's going to be quiet about it.
Still, I think it's wiser if we just make sure that that joke stays quiet, alright?
Alright.
Appreciate it. He just for you to start out.
Really? From your own room? Right, fine. For fuck's sake.
He follows you out and shuts the door.
Right, that's not odd at all. That's perfectly fine and reasonable. He does go to get this chair, though.
He stands there, he's looking down at you.
I mean, we were saying goodbyes, weren't we?
Oh yes, we were, weren't we?
Aye.
Farewell, everybody.
You say that, I don't think he's able to look down at Harton in his chair. I think sitting he'd be about level.
He does pause and turn around. Oh, that does make me think. Are the children going to be going on our little boating expedition?
Be interesting for him, at least. Maybe.
I hope not.
I'll have a wee think about it. It depends on, as you're saying, the potential of danger. Because I don't want to keep them sheltered about this here. Like, they've got to learn a few wee things. We're going to be taking them on the road, after all.
But they don't have to go down to Skullport just yet.
Well, as your Axel said, we're not going into Skullport.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the water, perfectly safe. And frankly, when we get to the actual port itself, I'd recommend they go below deck and just wait.
Will it be will it cause any awkward questions depending on the crew we're with?
Yeah, we will be safe. Yes, absolutely. Down in Skullport.
We're not going in.
The crew is going to be simple. I have one drow who will be manning the helm. I have an associate of mine who I trust explicitly and implicitly.
No, I'm just talking about potential awkward questions in that respect.
That was my other question. Mostly to see if the children would be able to keep their mouth shut.
2.
About the important parts.
2, definitely.
How about we instead let them keep an eye on our new employee? Well, your new employee.
Our.
It's not my tavern.
I mean, Nat and Jinx are very discreet.
These are bard.
I could theoretically ask a question of Nat. She'd probably be able to inform me how well she thinks Squidly would do with the secret.
But otherwise, we could just get something for him to do tonight. Like I said, I could help out in the bar. We could just have a wee night off and relax.
Oh, it won't be a single night, I don't think. It'll be a night down to Skullport, and then we'd have a little bit of time on the open seas. I expect 3 or 4 days, if things are going well.
That's a long gap, and I don't really want them to think. Yeah. What do you think, Uzi?
Well, there is actually the matter if we do leave them here, as much as I hate to say it, if the guys from the orphanage come back to check on them, they probably wouldn't like to see them unsupervised.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that
For
does
several
remind
days.
me. That does remind me. The orphanage did pop around and have a word with Zord. He gave a glowing recommendation for you two.
Unsurprising. And nice of him to do so.
He even set up a lovely day for the orphans to come see a bunch of the shows and learn about some of the animals and bits.
Oh, that's good of him.
And Felric does pop up. The lady did pop by and had a half a word with me once she figured out I was over here. You all were out, unfortunately.
Sneaky nuns.
Hire them to do this kind of work.
Nah, you couldn't trust them. They've got one person above you all. Are you alright being put in the spot there, Felric?
I didn't hear that question for Felric.
You alright being put in the spot there, Felric?
Put on what spot?
Hey, with a question of none.
Oh no, that was fine. She just wanted to make sure everything was good around here, and yeah, I showed her about.
They went into the workshop.
No, just went to the kids' room. The only question she had was why the windows were all drawn up through, because you have to go through the study to go to the kids' room, and that's when I just pointed out that Lieux is a drow, so.
Aye.
Dark.
Really do need to put another fucking door in this hole.
Yeah, there should probably be one right where Balin's sitting.
This one?
There's two good places.
That one.
There's a couple of spots.
Maybe we could actually have that done while we're on the ocean. Have some carpenters come by, put in some doors, put in a hatch down to the kitchen. Surely 400 gold would cover that.
I kind of assumed this was originally meant to be some sort of private study that could only be reached through the library.
No, it's just this house has a weird fucking layout.
Yeah, the kids' room was a bedroom. The dwarf's room is a bedroom. Gaddix's room actually was a library. I combined, because that den was literally just the den, but I combined it with the library and study because y'all move things around.
And I mean, we have Horric's bedroom, which has both a private bath and a tower.
Yeah.
How does he get that?
And then, yeah, the married couple's bedroom was a bedroom. And then, Nadrax, yeah, yours was just storage. Lou's was actually a bedroom.
So yeah, it's just got a weird layout. So, what do you think, my love? I do think we should bring the kids along for that many days, especially.
True.
It's better not coincide with me egg.
I mean, if you're particularly worried about it, you could bring the egg.
It's no place to raise an owlbear.
Let Trumpeter watch it.
I can't even hatching day.
It's his nature to sit on top of it, keep it warm.
Yes, he's a bird. He'll know what to do.
I suppose the primary question would be if Squidly is going to be able to keep certain facts quiet.
I'm pretty sure the lad will hold his word. You just have to tell him first.
All right. Very well. Depending on how things go, we'll send you some word.
First, we've got Goralhan to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Well, then have fun with that. I know I did. And he's gone.
Harton just scooching in his chair, but he gets the cushion all wrong.
Well, drow have very pointy butts, you know.
Not all of us.
Really?
He is bright red again.
Too easy. It's too easy.
Speaking of things that are easy, it's time for the night. So all of you fuck off to your rooms.
Well, it's just okay. I'm close anyway.
Hey, and for once, I'm actually having easy access to my room, so good night.
Hey.
Don't have to run halfway across.
Yeah.
Go get the kids so they don't have to work in the kitchen for the night anymore. They can actually go to bed.
And Lieux sleeps for the first time, knowing he actually has someone.
Not
That
alone
isn't
in the world.
Saloon.
No, to be
He might
fair-
he actually might wake up to somebody stroking his face that isn't Saloon.
That's the thing, as he lays down, some arms come around him, and then some more arms come around him.
As Spellrick goes, Lou, is that your arm?
It's nice that we could all just do this together.
And then you just hear Felric, shit, I forgot to give him the note. And he actually says that, Lou, out loud. Shit, I forgot to give him the note.
Can you just teleport after him?
I can't teleport?
No. We should work on that. It'd be cool to be able to do.
I wish I could. That's a mage thing.
Oh, one day maybe I could do that.
You might. That would be useful.
Or maybe I'll learn how to use armor and hit things with a sword. That would also be cool.
Nope.
Well, you can figure out whatever you want to be. I think it's time for us to take a rest. That was exhausting.
Do I actually have to sleep for 6 hours?
No.
Elric right now.
Oh,
Just realization.
No, he's quite content right now.
Poor lad. He could do so much better.
if only he wasn't a secret agent.
Well, a quick little tale to the kids about Drizzle and the cinnamon bun, and off we go to bed.
Wow.
Cinnamon bun. Luke comes in. It's cinnamon bun.
Get the fuck out. Your story's after this, and you know it.
Does it include a cinnamon bun?
It might do. Now sit down and be quiet.
Oh, maybe a donut.
Felric can tell you a story.
I can tell you lots of stories.
As he
They're all about murder.
As he goes through.
No. I know lots of regular, not well, no, I know a lot of drow stories.
Some people survived.
they were still stabbed, but...
Then I go down to Bjorn's room to tell him. And now all his stories are about death, and he loves it. As I tell him the kill count. I go into Horrick's room and read him a recipe book. Go into Gaddix and bust out the Haynes manual on a Volvo 816.
And Hart always lies about how it was the dwarf in the story that killed the most. Otherwise, it gets a hissy fit.
Oh yes, you all go to bed
Fucking
successfully.
finally.
You all wake up successfully.
This is not
You do
something.
not have any drow patrons in the night.
Yeah, this is not something easily achieved in most times. Let's see here.
Yeah,
Choices.
wake up successfully. That's a low bar to set. Are we that incompetent?
No, I'm just you're frequently interrupted by an undead drow, so.
Yeah.
What was the chance of him showing up in that boat are?
If Jarlaxle is there, none.
I mean, he does have a plan to kill Jarlaxle, doesn't he?
He wants to. I don't think he can.
Well, if he
He
has
may
as much
be
health as
trying
he
to-
acts like he does.
He may be trying to work out a plan.
Yeah. If he tries right now, I would love to see it. I would be enthralled.
And then, here's the thing. I'll roll for Saloon. How's that?
Here's the problem. Even Jarlaxle's bad rolls are better than what Saloon can do.
By a magnitude of 7 or 8 or something like that,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, Jarlaxle has some BS modifiers.
And it wasn't enough.
+6, +5, +3, +4. For attacks, +14, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you forget, Rena is rolling these dice.
Yeah, I'm rolling those dice.
20 sides, but you only need one.
It's morning. Are y'all going to go to the town guard?
Alright.
I would probably point out, is it worth starting this whole endeavor now?
It's not going to be that long.
Okay.
Meanwhile, other people roll differently.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
That was a crazy fight.
Don't want to hear it.
That wasn't a fight, it was a massacre.
Don't want to hear it.
I mean, the hole worked for like half a round.
Yeah, now, the funny thing is, if Jarlaxle had his sticky wand, it would have been different.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't.
You can't argue with that many 20s.
All right.
Yeah.
So I take it you all are going to go have a lovely chat.
Alright.
With the investigators.
Maybe I'll leave this to one of the others.
Should we inform the people at the temple?
There's not much point. They're not going to give us anything.
done.
They're not going to benefit us in any way, really. All they want is a nimble right dealt with.
So
maybe they could still get someone with us to help deal with the Nimblewright. Maybe it can be reasoned with.
They
want it destroyed.
Aye, they're intent on just having it bashed up.
Ah, alright.
Would be a good new employee, though. I'm just saying. I mean, it goes to Kenku and anybody walk into a bar.
It blew up quite a few people.
Scared.
Strangely, one of the men that blew up was among them. Like, the one who made off with a stone. That's a bit weird. He was injured in the blast.
Alright. So, guard it is.
You guys do approach the guard. You relay your story. And before long, they all tell you to hold on, wait. They go and fetch individuals you have already met before. Barnabas, Blastwind, and Saith Promley. Individuals you have remembered from that incident in the alleyway. They come and greet you and say, I heard you have some news about the Nimblewright and potentially the individual who blew up the alley?
Aye.
The one who was seen leaving?
Unfortunately, it's in a sensitive area. The Lady Growlhund, her estate. That's where the sensor has been pinging. Which means she might be harbouring it. Or at least some of her retainers or whatnot.
Or it could just be hiding out somewhere.
I see. Yes, this does need to be handled with some care. All right then. Would you like us to update you after things have been resolved, I take it?
Well, they're hoping to go in with you, actually.
Oh no, that is not the case.
No,
that
not
is
a
not
chance.
how we do things. No. Absolutely not.
Alright then, just keep us updated.
Right. We will have to arrange things and we should be whenever things are resolved, we'll make sure to come by and let you know. Thank you for the information. After all, it was outside your tavern that things happened.
Alright.
Could we just wait outside the place?
Yeah, I'd say we wait outside the place just to see what happens.
Yeah.
We could send some people in invisible, maybe.
I highly advise you do not go by. I do not think Lady Growlhund would appreciate people, for instance, hovering around her estate.
That's alright, we got better things to do anyway at the moment.
We will most certainly come by to let you know what's going on after we find out, alright? Should be no problem.
Well, it does feel a weird way to resolve a plot point.
And with that, they turn and they leave to start their very sensitive mission to go into the Ground Hunter state.
Right, I'd say we hang around still. Check if the Nimblerite tries to escape to potentially catch it.
Well, Jarlaxle would be on that, he said, right?
A couple more sets of eyes can't hurt.
Well,
yeah,
you've never met a beholder in. Neither have I, actually, but I think that saying would fit.
We've met gazers.
Yeah, definitely a little bit different considering the stuff one that was in the shop.
Yes, but we still don't want more eyes on them, I think.
Correct, that's what I was saying. More eyes on a beholder is one of the situations where more eyes on something would hurt.
I also mean more eyes on a gazer.
I don't know.
Not just a bit.
They're pretty squishy.
We did put one in a bag and just get the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Put it in a bag and just smacked it against the wall a few times like a cheerleader in a sleeping bag. Well then, you lot can go eyeball the estate. I mean, we've probably got an hour or two until things are resolved at least.
And what time did Jarlaxle want us to meet?
He didn't specify.
He said he was hoping to leave sometime by nightfall.
So it's a pretty broad stretch.
I could probably have a day on the town then. Go walk around the parks and whatnot.
That's exactly what I was thinking of doing.
You know, we should probably look about to get some proper protective clothes for the bairn then, if you're considering bringing them along.
Also a chance to meet and greet a wee bit.
We could get them matching hats.
Right, there's also a trumpeter supposed to come by.
Like, I'm not talking about full-on plate and chain, but at least some gambersons, just to take care of the worst.
I thought you were just talking about whale skin, something oiled.
Oiled?
You know, keep the water off them. Slicks.
Yeah, that's well known. We know there's probably got to be happening something. And just in case, I want to make sure that the Baron doesn't get any broken bones. Now, Gamberson can do wonders.
Hey, we can make time for that there re-diversion, but more importantly, I was just hoping to have a wee step out and about with me lovely whiff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel, love?
Good.
We could breakfast somewhere nice.
I think we should also probably take the potions of water breathing with us on the boat trip.
That could be extra fun.
Yeah, just remembered that. And if we are on the open sea, those could be handy.
Also, as you all are having this conversation as you're walking down the alleyway, you're hearing the extra, read all about it. New episode of the Waterdeep Zoo. Murders and politicking, all in one place. Get it right here.
Lieux, fetch.
Oh, hey. Cargo, fetch.
And Cargo looks at you as pecking order. Respect it.
Yeah. He just stares you down like, fuck you say?
Okay, sorry, Gaddix, fetch.
3 copper. 3 copper.
No, I couldn't possibly afford that.
I walk over and buy a paper.
Thank you, miss.
Mm-hmm.
This pissing cunt is going to take fucking forever.
Last time I did threaten to, ruin their newspapers. It's probably best I don't.
Scandalous dalliances, nobles courting devils. Seeing our previous exposures, apparently that our lords and ladies are not simply carrying on their disgraceful extramarital affairs behind closed doors and demure discreet affairs. No, my sources have given me good information that states that things have taken on a more odious turn. Hedonistic mass orgies are common in select houses, and with a few of these parties, not simply an affair between consenting lords and ladies. Devils from the 9 hells are being summoned, including these carnivals of flesh, both for the pleasure of our ruling families and to cement pacts for power and wealth behind the scenes. Sacrifices are being made and people are being erased from records without even a cursory look into where they have been. Is the wealth worth a few beggar souls? Next issue, The Price of Power.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, there's fine nets. Finest rope and nets on the Sword Coast. Member of the good stuff and rope makers.
Wow, Rita. Holy shit. Crime reports. Third wave of shops robbed. Owners slain. First hit was the shop Caskmore Curiosities, having much of her wealth and valuables taken from them while watching a theatre performance. The second shop hit was Findelberg's Alchemy. Located 3 doors down from Caskmore Curiosities, Findelberg himself wasn't as lucky as the Caskmores, as he, his wife, and young daughter were found brutally tortured and slain in their home. This is the first time this killer was struck twice in one night, confirming our suspicions that more of a lust for dragons drive these crazed attacks. What will it take to make the guards admit this link? We need to hold out and speak out and hold the guards accountable for their slow reaction to these wicked crimes.
I thought they put the age. Oh, she was 6.
I didn't realize the Caskmores were serial killers, Rena.
No, they're not serial killers. Their shop was hit.
It just seems convenient,
cover.
you know, that the next door's shop was hit.
So was theirs, though. And this is the 3rd night in a row that this has transpired.
Yeah. We didn't hear anything about it before.
It sounds like an insurance scam.
You heard about it yesterday, and that it had happened before as well.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Religious freedom is one thing, but must it mean that the Sea Warp be subjected to the booms and rumblings of Gadari experiments gone awry? My fine porcelain is in its pieces after the last exhibition on Godward's Lane. Calissa Silvertor.
Keep your children under control next troll tide. This year, filthy youths spread egg all across my front stoop, and I refuse to be terrorized into giving away treats to freeloaders from Gold Holbricht.
The name matches the crime.
Wanderer Vimic. Ample, airy rooms, clean accommodations, and attendant staff. Valet and stabling service included. Seaward Street and Satchel Alley Seaward.
Oh, hey, it's you. It's, was it your uncle in this case? From your disguise last time. At this month's meeting of the Council of Lords. Oh, cousin.
That was cousin, yeah.
The ruling body of the Lord's Alliance received the representatives of the High Captains of Luskan who have formally applied for membership in the Alliance. When Abbot Eladarn Darovic, 53, called the public portion of the meeting to order, High Captain Beniago Curve, age unknown, that's always a reassuring thing, made an impassioned presentation before the Lords regarding the naval and mercantile might that Luskan brings to the Alliance. The Council's receipt of the request was far from unanimous. Martian Celine Ram, fuck's sake, Rarim.
Roram, yeah, there you go.
46, Representative Mirabar, moved for the admission of Luskan to the Alliance, hardly a surprise given the long-standing trade bonds between the two cities. It was strenuously opposed by Lord Protector Dygalt Neverember of a cunt at 62 of Neverwinter. Spirited debate followed with the remaining lords abstained to vote at this time and the motion thus failing for the present. Only 62. He fucking looks it too. Yeah, there's quite a few things going on, I see.
News.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we've got a 4-day commitment, so we can't go help at the Caskmores right now.
And also,
shame that.
It's going to be a hell of a sail tonight. It's going to be fog.
That's alright. Again, we're not doing big... Well, actually, considering... Might be underground routes. Should be. No.
Did somebody say fog?
I know it.
Yes, I believe I did.
It's a good
I
thing
can't see anything.
I'm glad we could establish that fact. Anyway, moving on.
So what are you going to do for your day?
Well, probably got to spend some gold to get the taking the children out and get them equipped. Well,
The children are all going to be very excited to hear that they're going out on a boat.
Should be a lovely wee excursion. Now, we're doing guard duty, so there could be danger involved. So, when you are told to go down below deck, you go below deck. Alright?
Yes, we got it. We can do that.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
We understand. This is not a situation where we can kind of like keep an eye out for you. No, we go under. We got
I mean, you partially can, but when you get the order, you go down. Until then, hey, keep an eye out. Maybe there'll be some light scuffles you won't have to worry too much about. But also...
Nat's giving you the thumbs up.
Also, very important here is whenever you're doing guard duty, in this case as well, because we know of a lad doing this here, you're not to be persistent with questions. Questions are usually a good thing, but in this case it'll just get on the nerves of the people on the ship. They don't want to be answering much.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Jen's just kind of ask, so this is legal, right?
Aye.
Wait.
Okay.
I've been reassured, because it's the first thing I fucking asked, so good lad on you as well. He was very strenuous about the point that it is, in fact, above board. It's just that where we're going is a bit of a shitty place in its inherentness.
It's like trade secret.
And whenever a businessman says it's fully legal, to trust that man.
If he's rich, he's very trustworthy.
I can double your investment in just 2 months. He's definitely telling the truth.
Children, let me tell you about a multi-level marketing scheme we've got planned here.
It starts with the Kenku.
Really would.
Okay, so we can do all of that. That's no problem.
Good lads.
Now, let's get you fitted in a campus and get him on.
Wooden swords could help too. Might as well give him those.
Actually, they have. What do they have? It should be on.
Well, Nat has a knife.
Yeah, Nat has an actual knife.
Nat has several knives.
Yes, Swidley has a toy bow.
Yep.
That he can actually fire, and it does actually do damage.
Yeah.
And Jenks has a wooden quarterstaff.
So he's the best equipped of all.
No, Nat is definitely the best equipped of them all.
Because you gave her a magic weapon before the party, for fuck's sake.
Now, Grant, I mean, it's a dagger. It doesn't have magical properties. It's just the +2 dagger.
Fuck's sake.
So good.
Yeah.
It's as hard as a longsword. It's just a dagger.
No, it's 1d4 plus 4 because of her.
Well, I'm saying
when wielded by a child,
with the +2, damage. That means it's basically a d6 but can't go below a 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
With a +2? With a +2, it's essentially worth a plus or a 1d8, because just one step high gives +1 average damage.
But yeah, so
Gaddix had it for his arm blade.
No. Good luck getting that from her. Actually, good luck getting Jarlaxle to let you keep it. You could probably get it from her if you tried really hard. But yes, so yeah, the children are very happy to get all kitted out.
Yep. This one I'll leave up to Bjorn. If Uzana would like to come along, Harton does have something he's planned. I'd like to go to a wee artisanal novelty shop and find a odd-looking box, just something that catches the eye. You know, a small wee box.
Okay.
I don't need a full scene for it. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
Then I will hit up one of the eatery stalls for a snack or two. So, what do you think this is outlaying me?
Just are you talking about just like a fancy,
fancy box,
small
like
box?
big, like about 2 hands worth,
2 hands. Probably 6 silver total after the snacks.
Sure. And the intent is to take that down to the harbour, sail out in a wee boat, just borrow one for a bit, and dangle it in the water for a bit.
Okay.
Hope that dragon doesn't come by.
Precisely.
Yep.
It's a closed box, it's a mystery.
Roll me a D100.
Can I get advantage by jiggling the rod?
Uzana can give you advantage.
That's if she came along. She might have had more things to do, like inscribing things in the spellbook. What was that?
Okay.
No, I'd probably come along.
Okay. It's just a nice week. Relaxing evening out in the boat.
It's too relaxing.
That's fine. Just spend a bit of time, few pastries, just the open sky, trying to ignore the calling from the harbour itself.
Explosions happening in the inner part of the city.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I'm going to go head down to the water and see if a bronze dragon turns up.
That's what I was doing.
Yep.
Well, maybe it failed because it found Horik first.
So, if you are looking, Horik, you're to give it one shot. You're not going to be able to get advantage because you're looking from the harbor. That's the D100, Horik. You see out in the harbor the shimmer of the dragon. He's way out in the harbor.
I wave and yell out, "Hello!"
He can't.
Wrong character.
He's under the water out in the harbor.
Better start swimming.
I mean, if he was a few levels higher, he could run across the first bit. And then sink when his turn ended. That's a nice wee bit. Chance to just forget everything and just enjoy the moment.
Martin, the second you say that, you get a message of sending, and the voice sounds very familiar. You believe it actually happens to be Tarwind Arihook from the Eye Catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you that you might want to return to Trollskull Manor. There's been some developments.
All I give him as response is, alright, but outwardly, for fuck's sake, I was just about to get my arm down you. We've got to go back to Trollskull, love. I just got a voice in my head, not the usual ones. This one's a guest. Right, we sending spell though. I had a mind of just enjoying you in this boat. Quietly, calmly, relaxed. But every time, just something fucking happens, doesn't it? Right, well, at least sit in my lap in a row. Let me enjoy it a bit.
If it's not Drowse under the bed, it's something else.
So, what do you think we're looking forward to? The Scarpered? The place exploded? What do you think? Uzi?
It's asleep.
Too relaxing a day. I guess I make it back to harbour and cart my comatose wife back to Trollskull.
And yes, as you all filter in, you find there is definitely a drow in your seat, Harton.
Oh.
Why, hello. Let's see if we can fetch all the rest of them then.
Lieux falls off the roof.
That was Lieux, wasn't it?
What,
On the balcony, it's so good.
You're suggesting it wasn't Felric who accidentally made an arse of themselves on our balcony?
No, I do not trust Felric to do that to himself. And as you say that, Felric comes in and just face palms.
Anyway, I knew farewell.
No, Felric has the chance to give Trelax the note.
As a matter of fact, he has a note in his hands.
Oh, you got one from Saloon as well?
Yes, this is a bit. I kept. Sorry, I kept forgetting to pass it over, and he passes it over to Jarlaxle. And Jarlaxle reads it through for a moment. Well, that was rude. He crinkles it up, gets up, and chucks it straight into the fire before sitting back down.
I'm guessing it was just something mean-spirited and not worth sharing.
Spelled poorly. I'm sure it was not spelled right.
Well, seeing when they haven't lit the fire, you can find out.
It's a bit chilly. I suspect you probably have lit the fire. Otherwise, Jarlaxle will promptly light the fire. Yes, it was quite silly. He called me impotent.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking Lieux.
That word cannot describe me, Lieux.
That is not something you want to hear from your dad.
It's a good thing Lieux has no idea.
This is not a good time to ask for proof either.
Because he will provide it.
Yep, he will definitely provide it.
He does have his wand of viscous goo ready to go.
Right.
Sure we can't have any guns?
You want a gun?
Don't give him
small
one. No.
I mean, maybe it just shoots like peanuts or something.
I'll have Gags make you one, sure.
I knew that was coming. You're gonna have guests.
I mean, you can make a toy.
I just figured you all would want to know. The Growlhund estate has been raided. I still have folks watching it. They have taken away several members of the Zentarum. From what I can tell and what I've had people overhear, apparently the report is that the Lord and Lady Growlhund had been held hostage by these wretched Zentarum. And you can tell he is over the top acting this. He does not believe in word of this. And the ne'er-do-wells have been taken away.
So we're heroes.
No.
Nobody's a hero right now.
You don't get called a hero if you call in the police.
Ironically, I have not seen a hide nor hair of a Nimblewright leaving the premises, either in a box or of its own free will, so that's something of interest.
You want to do something? Do it right.
You probably should have stayed around and checked with the detector thing.
I don't have it. And we still have people keeping eyes on the estate.
Well, you lot could hoof it across and give it a check. It looks to Bjorn and Horik. And Madrax as well, probably.
I go get the detector.
I guess.
Well, you could just see if it's in that spot or not. It might have moved on.
Yeah, man.
Be back in 5.
Alright, cheers. Oh, that does remind me, Harton, why don't you go fetch Nat for me? I did want to speak with her for a moment.
You could say, please.
Please?
Bad manners. Right, I need the quiet one.
You notice that Squidly looks between Nat and Jenks?
I know it's a tough choice out there. Let's see here. Unfortunately, I was given a name as well. That'll be you for a moment, Nat.
She gives you the okay sign.
Doo-ba-doo.
She comes on over, looks confused, sees everybody, waves.
Alright, a bloke just wanted to ask you a question.
She nods and kind of wanders on over, looks kind of curious. And you see a very quick hand sign flashes up, and then there is nothing, no words are transpired. It looks kind of awkward as they're just kind of staring at each other.
Oh, I love staring contests.
After a bit, you kind of get a little bit of a shrug, and, Nat kind of gives a little bit of a wishy-washy hand sign.
It's not going good for him.
A little bit more, and then eventually, you get the, yeah, okay, fine. And Jorlaxa kind of looks over, okay, apparently Squidly will be able to keep his mouth shut.
Like I said,
By her opinion.
Aye, the lad'll keep his word. Just, as I said, I had to preface it with him just to point out that the crew would not appreciate having a lot of questions thrown at them, for one thing.
You can also offer an incentive, like treats.
He's not you.
Everyone works like you, Lou.
He's a kid. I mean, sure.
No, but I mean, you'll actually have to sort of grade your rewards. It can't just be sugar for him. Unlike you, like, with ease, as he reveals one cinnamon roll.
Oh.
Nat immediately looks over at the cinnamon roll.
Oh, you get one of these for free. Lou's got to earn them.
Do I have to not lie?
Among other things, aye.
Like, consider my actions?
Lou,
aye.
Lou, you are not allowed to lie. Stop it. And you see Jarlaxle just takes his hat off and chucks it down over on the table.
I have not lied at all today.
To be fair, he's been very quiet.
And are you sure you should have another cinnamon bun? I remember the last time you had cinnamon buns, although they were delicious, I have to admit.
Yeah, I do wish Camilo would have at least tried it, you know?
He's not that type of bloke, Lou.
Well, maybe we'll get along one day.
Nat is quite happily chomping down on her cinnamon roll, but every so often she's stealing a couple of glances over at the very drow Jarlaxle.
Bit weird, isn't it? It's alright, though.
She just kind of
I think
gives
this
a
is the
shrug.
best look, to be honest.
I agree.
The hat does look good in every iteration, but...
Very subtle.
Yep.
That's when Lou does it.
But very well, so I suppose that is that for the moment.
Aye. No indication if I've got the stone or not.
I suspect if they had the stone, either they don't know what they have, or I honestly don't think they have it. They probably would have called in a couple more important people to at least look it over, unless the stone is just...
Be a weird way for the campaign to continue. Oh, it's now in the hands of a Waterdeep government. So what are you guys going to do? Because the plot's done.
Oh no, because you know that there's no way Jarlaxle would let that sit in the government coffers.
So we're planning a heist.
In Waterdeep.
Yes.
We're gonna knock over the Castmores the moment they restock.
Why bother waiting? Let's just knock them over anyway.
We want someone
They're
to
gonna
walk away
bankrupt the
with.
insurance company.
So here was the big question: who went to go nimble right hunting? I saw Horik went
Bjorn.
and got it, and Bjorn. Okay. You three, head on down.
Yeah.
Major actually going?
Go?
Ajax would also go. Yeah.
This is lovely. Harton doesn't have to share that much. Of course, the sweets are offered to Uzana as well, and Felric.
No,
It's
not
like a
thank
double date with
you.
Jarlaxle.
No, definitely not.
He's the fifth wheel.
I am
chaperone
not
maybe.
a fifth wheel.
In this particular instance.
I'm also not a chaperone.
I mean, you're the oldest one here that's responsible, aye?
Can we go on a field trip? Oh, we are going on a field trip.
Aye, we are.
We're going on a paid field trip. This is awesome.
He looks very tired.
I still can't believe you're meant to be 8 decades old.
Yeah, I wear it well, don't I?
No.
Maybe another 80. Boy, that seems like a long time.
My nimble right crew. You go out to the Growlhund estate, and you can see there is still a massive guards. As a matter of fact, you are seeing stretchers coming out with bodies on them.
Ooh.
Some of the house servants, some of the guards.
That's not
Give me a-
good.
Give me a perception check.
Fucking hell, I can't believe that we missed this.
Did you miss it?
There's people crying, and Bjorn's just saying, we fucking missed a fight.
Game. There we go.
Oh, the game kicked you out. Got
Because
it.
we've just been talking. Give me a second. It's coming back. I got it.
I was about to say I can roll for you.
My dice.
There we go.
Fucking
There we
laser
go.
focus. Who's the fucker who cheated me out of this fight? This looks awesome.
Holy! Okay, so half of you aren't paying attention at all, and 2 of you are on
Two of you
fire.
Told you.
2 of you are too naturally disturbed by the chaos and the murders.
I love how
2
I
of
clicked
us.
roll and it took like another 10 seconds.
2 of us are natural psychopaths.
So, you do notice, there is a lot of issues. It seems like there's a mix of regular servant folk that are being pulled out. There are a couple people that you wouldn't be surprised if these might be members of the Zentarum being dragged out as well. There is clearly a shuffle in there. Wasn't very good. You also, both of you notice, on the rooftops, there is a white-haired figure skulking about the rooftop. And then you notice, actually, it's more than one.
Without trying to make too much noise, I kind of tell the rest of the party, hey, up.
Hey, most likely the Jalaxel's crew.
Do you use the nimble right detector?
I shift into a side alley just to keep out of sight and use it.
Yeah, I'll stand in front of it just to make it less obvious.
It does not move.
It's gone.
Here's so.
I am not too surprised.
Neither am I, really.
But no one saw it leave.
The question, was it responsible for this? Did it leave before all of this happened?
We didn't check before we went to the guard, so it could have left last night. Who knows? Maybe the thing even know that it was. Maybe it even knew that it was being detected.
I think that's very rare.
Yeah, it's inside. That would be a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it knows about the detect.
Depends whether a bit on it lights up and goes bleep, bleep, bleep in response.
Place pop goes the weasel.
Well, you were there when you pinged the nimble right before, and there was no bleep bleep.
No, but it might bleep at the same time.
Yeah, but you were around a nimble right when you had the detective before on Zort's ship. What? Yes. Anything else you're trying to look around and spot?
Well, the whole place is being watched. The nimble right's not there. I don't think there's a lot we can do here. Go back and report to the rest of the party that something seriously went down.
After Nat's had her cinnamon roll, she's going back.
Yeah, shit's fucked up, and we have to start from scratch.
I of course give her 2 to take back to the other 2.
Is there any food stalls on the way back that we can pick up something to snack on?
Yeah, there's probably at least 1 or 2.
I grab a couple of extra cinnamon rolls if I can find them.
Salty pickled gherkins, salted pickled gherkins. Come get your salty pickled gherkins.
Yep, you fail to find cinnamon rolls, but you do find pickled okra and salted meat sticks.
Barton, meanwhile, not touching the cinnamon rolls, instead just chewing on the most colorful looking cupcakes he could find.
Can I find? Is there anything fried? Is there anything fried?
There's probably fried dough.
What would be the D&D equivalent to fried Oreos?
Uh,
Or a funnel cake. I'll settle for a funnel cake.
Unfortunately, not on the way to the tavern.
Damn. I'll take the
Probably
fried.
dragon baked cocoa cream for your fried Oreos.
Yeah. There we go. Well, fine, I'll settle for the fried dough.
But yes, you do come back with food. And when you report, Jarlaxle is very helpful to point out. Pretty much from the moment I left, that place was under watch. That Nimblewright did not leave.
There's no underground passages?
No.
Is it possible it's been destroyed in there? Would
Possibly?
that stop the detector? I'm looking
Destroyed
at
or
Gaddix here.
turned off if I can do. Can you do that with him?
I mean, yeah, if it doesn't work, it wouldn't be detected. So, yeah,
Roll a Tinker Tool to guesstimate that. Let's see if you would figure that out.
If he can understand the concept of an off switch.
I'll give my third inspiration of the day,
not using
Gaddix.
strength.
No, it's only your first one. It's a new day.
Oh yeah, true. I have 2 left then.
So Gaddix, you don't know. It's entirely possible. It depends on how you do it. If it's running on, if the Nimblewright is functional, then yes, turning it off would absolutely mean that the detector doesn't work. However, if it's trying to look for a specific component within the Nimblewright, it would still ping even if the Nimblewright was, for instance, destroyed and only that component was around.
I hand the detector over to Gaddix to see if he can have a look at it and see how it works. Maybe he can work out what would happen.
Turns out you had 10 spare parts. I hand them back.
As best you can tell, the detector is looking for the Nimblewright's basically brain components.
To put it bluntly, it's looking for a brain.
A control center.
Does the brain need to be functioning to be detected?
I would think so, but I'm not sure.
Not necessarily. It just needs the full unit.
Okay, so it just needs it to be intact, not functioning.
So either it's been destroyed, the brain's been dismantled or destroyed or something, or it got away.
Or it's not there.
Possibly by teleportation.
Oh shit,
yeah,
it's a wizard. Oh no.
It's safe to assume we have to start looking again.
Yeah.
Probably. Oy.
Good luck with that, lads.
I will.
Well, as Bjorn takes out this note, well, I do have a couple of places we haven't checked, and there's some lovely bistros along the way, so it won't be all a waste.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I feel like Horik immediately perks up. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Art and
But
very
it
quick.
also,
onion
but it
soup.
also means you might have to recheck the parts you have already checked.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there were a couple of the cigars and whiskies we didn't try last time.
Yeah,
Well-
just rolling his eyes.
With these new developments, I will point out we will keep the Growlhund estate under surveillance. I will also try to see if I can post somebody here while you're gone and see if we can catch anybody poking about.
Maybe send 2 just in case Saloon turns up.
Yes. No, we have instituted the buddy system certainly at this stage of the game.
Although it
We
didn't
are
work last
more than
time.
aware. Oh, don't remind me, that was a disaster. He yanked 2 of them off the boat. That was a lovely endeavor.
It's weird as well because he does not have the arms. He really does not.
I actually meant to ask, how did he think he's planning on killing you?
He just openly laughs at that. He's not going to. He's not going to.
Probably by pride.
That is actually what I'm suspecting, yes.
I mean, if he could burn down your wardrobe, that would be a pretty big blow, I imagine.
Even just one hat gone would be a tragedy.
If I had to guess, what he's planning is to inconvenience me enough that I have to give up my little expedition here. There's no way he can kill me. He knows that. What's more likely is he would want to make my life hell, get rid of all the rest of you, and then see me run away with my tail between my legs, which, again, won't happen.
It does beg the question, what has he been doing the last few days?
I don't know, because he hasn't been killing my drow.
Yeah.
You think he's responsible for some of the killings?
Potentially.
I think he's a wee bit more focused than that.
I mean, can a Revenant improve like we do, getting better over time?
I mean, he wouldn't be getting much sport from a few shopkeepers. Although,
yeah, but he has a whole year.
The weirder thing is their fascination apparently with draconic artifacts and whatnot. That's a weird little free point.
No, it mentioned dragons as in the coins.
Ah, in the coins, okay.
I really thought we were going to be stealing from a dragon in this campaign, based on the name.
Harton, give me a history.
Sure.
Well, dragon coins are very.
You do remember the last shop that was mentioned was being hit was ran by a half-elf. You also remember the Castmore shop has an elf that currently resides there, the wife.
Is he really fucking up to that? You might be right, Uzi.
I more thought he was just going there for supplies and various other things.
I mean,
like, good alchemics mixtures could do quite well with a nice long-distance poison.
Yeah, but we also forgot the point that he, even in alive, he was a fucking racist loon.
Yeah, the torture thing does line up.
Well, I'm not sure if his being racist would override his intense hatred of us.
No, but it would be something.
Underestimate him.
It would be something he'd indulge in while he's scheming, as you say, when he's putting together poisons or gear.
True.
Just now thinking about how Mr. Castmore was proud of his inventory of potentially cursed items.
Well, before we go, we might want to ask if any of those were taken.
They're just lucky they were at the theatre. And again, if they were at that giant opera event, I don't know, death might have been preferable.
Oh, I can do a rendition right now if you want.
No. Thank you.
One? I mean,
for that
short,
author, but no.
Oh, why not? I think it'd be delightful.
I do not.
He's grinning ear to ear.
If you want to go ahead, it's your 3 hours. I'm a mortal man, though. I'm going to go do something else.
I'm pretty sure I can start in the middle and just cut off most of it.
But then you miss the basis of the storytelling.
That's
you miss how the world is being built.
Oh, I don't understand any of it. I could just do it perfectly.
I know, but you can't forget the bit about the Ordonan. That's the most important component of it. That's the foundations of their rule of law and their society.
I'll do the chorus.
They jumped ahead of it. No. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. There we go. I went more like this.
Lieux still does better because he can't roll below a 10.
Because he's a cheat.
He's a cheater.
He's a fucking cheat. Hang on, I've got.
He also doesn't know all the words.
Obviously, I have Uzana guiding me and correcting me. So that's the best it which throws off my performance a tad.
Now you guys are getting all the words wrong, I swear.
Well, I don't have the right... Despite my volume, I'm not actually that big. And she learned how to do from the diaphragm. I never quite got that bit.
We could all get harmonicas. It'll be fun.
I didn't even fucking like the show. Why am I bothering here?
Everybody's getting in on this. I think Jarlaxle did it best.
Oh!
Did you write the fucking thing? Jesus.
It was a horrible, droning, drawn-out experience, but it's stuck in people's heads for some reason.
It was quantifiably the best of the worst thing.
Fucking
Jarlaxle
Balin
and
just...
Madrax are owning it.
Yeah, Balin just fucking howling along, drawn out, getting lost.
Elric just looks confused at this step. He is not joining in.
You're missing a great play,
Yeah, Natrax and Jarlaxle at this point is just somehow harmonizing.
They draw close together, hands are met, as they reenact her performance fully.
Now he's not a fifth wheel. Now
More
he's
importantly, so Harton can get his fucking chair.
Oh no. Jarlaxle has not left the chair. But yeah, so I take it you're going down to cast more curiosity?
I mean, Harton could sit on Jarlaxle's lap.
He crushed the poor
We
guy.
both know that wouldn't happen.
Be funny.
But it would probably get Jarlaxle out of the chair.
I mean, I could...
Are you sure about that?
I could time it
He's
for
probably-
Lieux to cast Enlarge Reduce.
And I'm sure Jarlaxle was being invisible sitting on a chair and somebody just didn't see him.
I mean, what would Jarlaxle do if Harton tried to sit on a chair Jarlaxle was sitting on?
I mean, he'd tell him to get off.
He'd probably
You
cast some sort of
sure?
spell.
I think he could find a way to get Harton off the chair very
Got
quickly.
an Eldritch Blast with the pushing aspect.
Hey, we'll head off to cast motors. Got the last 15 minutes here. We can have a wee bit of a talk.
Mm-hmm. You do
Oh.
find when the sign out front is flipped over to closed right now.
Also, keep that nimble right detector on. Just in case.
Might mean she needs to bring up a map.
Oh yeah. hold
I'm
on.
checking it occasionally.
Yeah.
As we plot our route.
Let me make sure I follow the location of the nimble right so I don't lose it.
Hot take. Go this way.
Oh, we need to take a perfectly reasonable course of action. It's like that puzzle where you can't cross over the line, you know, but you gotta go to all the neighborhoods.
Oh,
I
hold
remember- I
on,
remember doing
everybody.
something like that.
I'm going to switch my internet. Hold on.
Can't actually remember where they are.
There we go. Am I back?
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. I realized I was on my mobile hotspot, and I was like, wait a second.
Ooh.
Yes.
Pricey.
That's probably not that bad.
As long as you don't use all of it.
Okay, and let me pull up the location.
What was it called again?
Well, it was a homebrew bit, cast more curiosity, so...
Yeah.
Can't remember which district it was in.
It was... I believe I said it was in the Castle Ward, question mark.
Yeah, probably. Bit upmarket.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's going into the castle.
I mean, let's be fair here. This path makes sense for this party.
And hey, well, look at that stall over there. They have things on sticks.
They just
sticks. How
restocked the
cool is that?
chickens!
Here, let
Go,
me
go,
put
go,
on
go.
a dot. It is going to be here. This blue circle here.
There we go, there's our path.
Yeah, we just need to go through buildings, directly through all the buildings in the way. We have a door if we can do it.
The detector does not ding.
But at least we know.
And yeah, the outside the door, the close sign is up.
Well, no harm in giving a wee rap. Hello!
After a bit, the door very slowly, creakily opens, and you do see Mr. Caskmore. Oh, hello there. I'm sorry, but we're not open for business today.
It weren't business. It weren't business we're up for here. We read in the paper your misfortune.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you heard about that?
It was something we were a little bit curious on. In fact, a previous situation involved an elven serial killer, and that seems to be a bit of a common theme concerning the owners of the shops. It's a good thing you were at the theater.
Wait, you think that this is a relation to the elven thing?
I don't know if it's the same one, but it seems a curious wee coincidence. Like, the owners variously seem to be elven or half-elven.
Suddenly you see he thinks it over for a moment. Oh no, that... Well, our neighbors down the way weren't elves, though. I mean, the first shop was an elf, the second one was a half-elf. But, our poor neighbors certainly weren't.
Nah, but the problem is, though, your place was hit in the same night as well. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it could be a case of, since he didn't find yous, they went on and just decided to take what they could.
He just pauses and opens the door. Come in.
Aye.
And you go in. The place is ransacked. There is a lot missing.
Seems like
anything that is high value and small has been vacated from the premises.
Did you have a wee sort of index of your inventory here? What's been stolen?
Yeah, for the most part, it's mostly the jewelry. As a matter of fact, what you sold is flown the coop. Mostly it was just stuff like that. Any sort of gems that we could get a hold of. All of the gold, he somehow managed to find his way into our safe.
Was it a kind of amount you'd need a sack for, or would he still be able to get out there with just like a bag, in hand?
He would definitely, I don't know, maybe probably even 2 trips a sack, yes.
Like, it's all small stuff, so it's a case of it could just be one individual. Because if it was a couple of lads, they'd probably ransack far more and larger objects because they'd be able to transport them quicker.
And people serial killing and torturing probably don't have many friends.
That is a astute observation. Thank you, Lieux.
You do see an elven woman cautiously comes on down the stairs. I thought we weren't going to be open for business today. Oh, no, we're not. These are just some... They're looking into the incident. They think it might be related to the serial killer from before. Oh, I thought he was dead, though?
It did not stick, however.
What do you mean it didn't stick?
He
really made him mad.
There's a type of undead called the Revenant. Comes back vengeful, horrible. This was a really twisted individual, so they've managed to come back as some sort of undead. We chased him down outside the city of the dead as well once or twice.
You want to see where he stabbed me?
No, I'm good, thank you. Oh dear. I'm glad my little boy's out of the city.
No mention of her little girl.
Yeah.
As far as she's concerned, she does not have a little girl. And she quickly goes right back up the stairs.
Oh, nice.
Well, how does the chaos look in the store?
It looks thoroughly ransacked.
All right.
Things are broken. Things are knocked over.
So it's a case of a lot of intentional vandalism alongside just for stealing.
Yes. Pretty much, if it has glass, it's been shattered. If there's a mirror, it has been broken.
Is there any writing anywhere?
There is not.
All right.
That's all mainly gems and high-priced little objects.
How does it look like they got in here? Did they pick the lock or just kick the door down or a window?
Well, we came in through the door.
As a matter of fact, all the doors were present. It's just that the door was unlocked when we got here.
All right. So they did actually know how to pick locks. Another hint that it was this particular one, I would say. They didn't just smash and grab.
It was our back door was unlocked but shut.
Strange their methods, isn't it? They'll destroy the store, but they'll make sure to close the door afterwards.
There is a certain amount of politeness you have to have.
Not with that one, not with that one. Let's see.
They were very rude. They even went and ransacked upstairs a bit. They stole some of my wife's jewels. A couple of her dresses were utterly shredded. Her wedding dress was shredded.
Well, the deed's done.
No, Like, for fuck's sake, hang on. Let me have a moment here to take him to the side. Now, I know this is a big ask, but why do you think you said that?
They're already married. I don't assume they're going to become unmarried.
Right. You understand the concept of sentimentality and people keep on hold of things for good memories, eh?
No, I feel like I would probably throw shit out if it just, suited me.
But it's not all about you, is it, Lieux?
Yeah, particularly, maybe not in this case.
There are people with different opinions. So what should we actually say in this situation?
Aw, shucks.
How about, that's terrible, practically monstrous?
I mean, it's a good opportunity to renew their vows.
No. You keep
There
that
is a
to
bright
yourself.
side.
Feel free to think it. Do not say it aloud.
It'd be a great party, I'm sure.
Just say, we'll deal with it as best we can. We'll try to put him down. We reassure him that we're going to try to help with his problem, because we are. Just so happens that we are. Unfortunately, we are going to be out of town for the next couple of days, but he shouldn't hit them again. Unless Rena's feeling really vengeful about her character's backstory.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm actually worried. Our neighbor, who he tried to kill and then we saved, what if he goes back for her?
Well, it's the case that he's... Actually, I'll bring you back now, since... Right, you know not to say that now, yes?
Yes.
Right.
Although they should renew their vows.
Shut the fuck up about that.
Be fun.
Just shh. Don't need it. They don't need it right now. They're in turmoil
Maybe
right
later.
now. They need reassurances. They need comforting words. Which are honest
I'll let you
and
talk.
sincere. No, it's fine
Yes,
if
I
you
didn't
talk
lie.
as well.
I didn't lie.
Stop that. Just brings him back to the group. Okay, now you can
clearly hear their loving family that's very concerned about their children that will do anything for them, no matter what.
Their darling son.
Yeah.
Now I bring him back to the group. Now you can ask your question. You know, to the rest of us. He's fucking forgotten.
I'm choking. Shit. Lou's gonna bring Harton back to the corner. Wait. What was the script? Line.
For fuck's sake, you're asking an important question here. You were showing concern that he might try to attack our neighbour, the lovely florist.
Yeah.
Although I was going to reassure you that currently he's looking for objects of wealth, but I'll save it to the group, so let's come in here. Right, now say your line.
Oh man, what if he attacks our neighbor again?
You're a performer, aren't you?
So I've been told.
Hey. Well, like I'm saying, he shouldn't, because he seems to be... Like, this seems to be related to whoever is his benefactor. Because Saloon himself has no need of any of his here wealth, unless he's found a dealer for something really fucking nasty. But I imagine this is part of his servitude.
Could just be trading it for equipment.
Aye.
I suppose we're gonna have to be the ones to find out.
Potentially. We should probably check the other place as well, just to get a look at it.
I don't know if I want to go that one.
Well, we're not going to go inside. We're not going to be allowed inside. But I want to see whereabouts it is in comparison to the City of the Dead here. Like, Castmore's is pretty close. So it's a case of, is he still haunting that place?
As a matter of fact, you are gestured.
Yeah, it was right next door.
Yep. Here it is. It is, in fact, this one right here. Wait, oh, sorry, wrong one. There we go. It's one door down. There we go.
And was the other store that was hit also nearby?
There were two others. Let me point them out. One was over here. And then the other one was up here. So, up here.
Ooh, that's quite a ways out.
And down here.
The other three all fit, but then that north one, bit different.
A bit too close to home, also.
Well, considering the time of it, we might have to continue this investigation next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've managed to hit our 3 hours. And this is a decent enough stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
So, let me hit the button.